I'm so used to looking to the tripod over here. I missed it. I'm up here. We're back, baby. Oh, feels good. Feels natural. Feels like I actually want to make videos. But ladies and gentlemen, Return of the King. I'm back in sunny Florida, crammed in this little space, trying to makeshift it, realizing it only looks good when I'm like pressed against everything and nothing's comfortable. But that's showbiz, baby. We're back with episode number 84. My cup of tea, likely the last one of the year, just holidays and everything. And we are finally tackling, it's real, we've seen it, Avatar, The Way of Water. Very, very exciting. Joining us today, a super fan of Avatar, Evan.
I could not wait for this movie. I dressed up all in blue.
Just look at that thumbnail I made. That was real.
My middle name is Jake freaking Soli. Loved it. No.
You did revisit.
I did revisit the Blue People movie last week. It was good. It was good. It's funny. I was putting my ranking for Letterboxd. I'm like, everybody gave this 5 stars on Letterboxd. At least the people that I'm friends with. I'm like, I better choose my friends better next time. Anyways, yeah, it's like 3.5. Anyways, I had a great time with Avatar 2. Great time. Way better than the first. Great theatrical experience. And can we talk about that and all these trailers? Spider-Verse, Barbie, Oppenheimer, whatever you say. I'm excited.
Also joining us, mild Avatar fan Carson.
I am fresh out of water.
He's still dripping.
I'm still dripping with
He's
water.
He's got the
right
drip. He don't.
So, yeah, my review is gonna be more of a reaction because I literally just got home, but excited to talk about it.
You drove for this, right?
Avatar 2 broke me in the best way possible.
You had to venture to the right theater, right?
Yeah, a 30-minute drive.
Jesus.
But yeah, IMAX 3D, baby, all the way. Gosh, but it was just a glorious experience, and I can't wait to talk about it.
Well, you're gonna, because we have trailers on before our feature presentation.
Yeah. Fucking wait, bitch.
Yeah, right at his mercy.
We did this so Carson can collect his thoughts.
Yeah, let it process.
What are we doing first? Spider-Verse, obviously, right?
Let's do Spider-Verse, yeah. One of the best trailers of the year, in my opinion. Great trailer. Played in front of...
And it shows, like, no footage, too.
Avatar.
That's what the best part about it is.
Exactly. I was really happy about that.
Stupid pre-trailer thing.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you loved those.
It's like we gotta get your attention for 5 seconds beforehand. Share.
All right. Everybody's back on my TV, like the old school days. That's fun.
Aha!
Here we go, baby.
So this dropped last Friday? Monday? I don't know. No, before Avatar
Tuesday.
came out. So Tuesday.
It was Tuesday. Yeah. Previous.
Well,
And
it's Sunday
Haley
now.
Steinfeld and whoever did an exclusive. They did a YouTube premium
Lord
stream.
Miller. Yeah.
Lord Miller and Haley.
Oh, I gotta turn off the background music.
Pause.
Ah!
Nathan, you had one job.
Look. Press play.
I'm looking.
You're back. You're gone.
We're good.
Okay.
Nothing
Good.
was ever wrong.
If you look closely, you can see Gwen Stacy. I'm kidding.
Why are you being quiet?
The Sanctum Sanctorum.
That's Spider-Man PS4 in the back.
My age says those words and
Ice your game, man.
It's just
Iceman?
to see my little man.
You have to wonder where this is in the movie.
Ooh, I want to say first 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
13, yeah.
I don't know.
I think we'll have a cold open, something with Miles.
To
and
me,
stuff.
it seems like a second act, like character down sort of beat. Like,
Oh, really?
he feels like he belongs.
For me, because like at the beginning they said Miles is struggling at his new school.
That's true.
And the responsibilities of being Spider-Man.
And it looks like he's on his Earth, obviously. So like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the whole
Could be
second
right.
act and second and third act is going to be multiverse craziness.
They won't look out for you like us.
But yeah, showing so much heart in the beginning of this trailer. Love it.
Yeah.
Wanna
Look
get
at that
out?
sweater swag. Love it.
Wherever you
Wasn't
go
there
from
before.
here, you have to
The hand
promise
grip,
to take
love
care
that
of
too.
little boy for me.
Woo!
Whoa!
it was mind-boggling because there's already like 50 off the bat.
Some of them are random.
And
He's back.
he never doubts that he is loved.
Great shot, favorite shot.
That's the vulture
And
fight that we
he
heard
never
about.
lets anyone
The goat, the gal.
Who's the girl on the motorbike?
who doesn't belong
That's
to you.
Spider-Woman.
Drew?
Okay.
Jessica Drew. Yeah.
You gotta promise, Miles.
I promise.
The beat.
This was so hype in the theaters, by the way.
Dude,
with the IMAX
same.
sound.
Oh my god, I was losing my mind.
My God.
We are supposed to be the bad guys.
Yeah,
That choke
child
slam is still
abuse!
insane to me.
That's so sick.
Evan's cheering the destruction of a child.
Yes. Beat his ass, Miguel. Beat his ass. No.
Not like this.
Oh, dude.
Where's
sorry.
the spot? Where is he? I want him. Fuck. Two trailers now. No spot.
I mean, I think this is going to be like Civil War.
Okay, let's just.
Yeah.
I just want to talk. Like, how is Miles going to be the villain? Like, perceived to be like against these guys in the movie? Like, is
Somebody had a,
2099? Like, what, is he bad? Like, I'm
No,
confused.
I think this is a Civil War-esque thing where it's like
Right.
2099 and his crew is trying to save what Miles caused at the end of the first one in terms of all these like incursions, one could say, or multiverse issues, whatever. That's why they don't really bring Miles in. They probably don't trust Miles.
Right.
And they
Someone
have to
had
make
a,
a hard decision probably. Yeah.
Someone had a cool theory that like they bring in like the respective Spider-Man from each universe, obviously.
Yeah, so it's sort of like their own
And-
Illuminati.
Yeah, and then someone suggested maybe Miguel feels indifferent about Miles because he's not the original Spider-Man of that universe.
That'd be a
Oh.
good kind of thing.
That's a good play. I feel like they just didn't trust Miles because of what he did in the last one with all the multiverse craziness.
Right.
Oh, wait, before you move, fucking behind Miles on the right, it's fucking Spider-Man Unlimited from the '90s cartoon.
Yeah, that's why I was going to go through some of these, and I just wanted to ask you if you
Yeah.
could spot some of them.
Oh, a couple, yeah.
That's probably all I can spot from this one. Unlimited. Trying to look.
Miguel with that color.
Oh yeah, quick.
Also,
shot.
Peter
Dude,
B
with
with
these,
his
like-
baby.
He's like
that,
wrist gauntlet thing?
on his wrist. That was the thing that he did at the very, very, very end of the first movie
Credit, yeah.
when he's
Yeah.
talking to his girl. What's her name? It's not Friday.
No, that's
His AI,
Yeah.
and that's how he gets from universe to universe.
So you said this is Spider-Woman?
Yes,
And he
God,
never
that's
lets
insane.
shooting webs like silk.
she's pregnant. Yeah, she's pregnant right now.
Look at that. Look at this motherfucker's nose.
That's the vulture fight that we heard about from all the like from the people that have seen like the
And
first
he
cut of the
never
movie.
lets
Yeah.
anyone.
It's like Jessica Drew, Spider Gwen, and Miguel fight the vulture.
God, man, these art styles are just so
And
cool.
they fight him in Earth 65, by the way, in Gwen's universe.
Okay, what's the 65 trailer?
This is my favorite shot. The upside. I mean, we saw
It's
it
so
before
cute.
the trailer came out,
Yeah.
but
Like, I can't wait for every every Miles and Gwen scene. Give me it all.
And he never lets anyone.
God, it's just. Okay, we need to go. What is he? Is
That's his daughter. That's him and his daughter.
okay?
And I don't think it's been so long since I read the comics. She should still be alive in the comics, but in
Well,
the
that got
movie,
me thinking. Like, what if there's a situation that
Yeah,
cruxes the timelines something to do with his daughter? Like that could totally be leverage him against Miles
yeah.
in a way.
I think in the movie, like something bad happened to her. So
Yeah, I think
either
so,
she
too.
Died or because Miguel's always been like a hardened version of Spider.
Oh, 100%.
Could be a '90s Mary Jane situation.
Even I've just read like maybe 10 issues and like
he's already like
he's already like
he cracks jokes, but he's not like as nice as Peter. And,
Yeah,
like, That's why
totally.
he has like the claws and stuff like that.
Tell him that he doesn't belong there.
That shot too, when he's like looking back too. Ah,
So is that like a purple suit?
I think it's just the lighting.
I think
The
yeah,
lighting of
it's
the
just
red,
lighting.
yeah, onto the.
You gotta promise, Miles.
I just
think
want
I'm getting more of the
I just want to
mother
watch
too.
this beat drop again because so.
That's so sick.
Like,
and
what
this
the
whole
fuck
scene
is
in
going
IMAX
on?
is sick. Oh my
What?
God.
Jesus.
There he is.
Who do you think you are, really?
Thick.
God, menacing.
Thick boy.
Yeah, he is huge.
Oh, I saw armor.
We got like there's a black and white one like
that's
tackling
that's
him.
that's the armored Spidey. Guys, when you get to the fucking finale of 90s Spider-Man.
Just trying to see if I can see him.
And
maybe.
more than half.
Oh,
of these
was
are
that?
from the-
I think top left before the color changed. I think that was Superior Spider-Man.
Probably was.
More than half of these are from the video game as well, as costumes at least.
Who's this? Oh, right here.
Oh, you see the Sony
Oh.
PS1 Spider-Man?
Yeah.
That is
I did see
PS1
that.
Spidey in the middle.
That's
It
great.
looks like the Scarlet Spider suit.
So crazy.
Yeah, and these kids are like phasing in and out too. And then I'm like, what the heck is going on in this little?
Yeah, is
vat
that
thing?
Miles in there? Is that Miles in the pod
I think it is.
right there?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's Miles in some kind of. I think it's kind of like a.
But then there's like a spider bot above him.
It might be like a portal.
Yeah.
Yeah. There should be a shot of the Spideys like earlier in the runtime.
Of what Spideys?
Just like when they're like zooming, panning out of the group, when they're all walking on different planes.
Oh, that one.
Let me find it.
Should be right after.
These guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're there, right there.
Yeah. There's PS4 Spidey with maybe a Miles.
PS5 Spidey.
PS. All right.
Who's this Hulk-looking
Insomniac
guy over
Spidey.
here?
Insomniac Spider-Man. Who's that thick guy on the right?
Make sure you never forget.
Oh
was that
shit!
Classic Iron Spider.
Spider Cop.
This guy a cop?
It's Spider Cop. It is Spider Cop. Oh, fucking these two on the top are it's Mary Jane and Mayday from the where like is a comic run where all three of them are Spidey, his daughter. And Mary
Oh, that's
Jane.
cool. Yeah, this guy's like a kid.
Hey, how are you gonna buy him or like a kid but not Miles?
You know, bombastic bag man
Yeah, this kind of looks like their TVA. That's what I'm getting. Like this is like their.
for sure. They had to like
And
hide the bag
never
man
doubts that he's
look because it
loved.
couldn't be Fantastic Four.
Man, I could just watch this all day though. I don't know. This is.
Yeah.
This looks like 29 later or whatever. Because those are those same. If you see those screens are the same screens that he was
Exactly.
looking at. His
I'm
daughter.
I'm happy that Peter B is back. I didn't know if he would. be.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys about that because I didn't know he was. I
And
guess.
he's a dad.
Hell yeah. Aw.
Aw, indeed.
This movie is just gonna be insane.
It's gonna be epic.
I don't think I'm gonna watch the next trailer. I know it probably
Bullshit.
will drop.
Evan will force us.
Bullshit.
Evan will do the share.
Like I don't want to. Like I'm so sold on this movie already.
You're on the podcast.
Sony
we're
do be
watching.
scaring me with their trailers.
Not Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse always had great.
Yeah, now I'm trying to think back. What was like the? Because I remember the teaser that played forever, right, with the train going by and then like the thing.
I mean, they just kept showing scenes of the team, whether it was Nicolas Cage or the robot one.
Real
Nothing too
fan,
spoiled.
Evan.
Yeah, sorry.
Nicolas
I'm
Cage
like-
and the fucking the robot,
I forget her name. I don't want to butcher it.
Penny
Sure.
Parker.
Penny Parker. There we go.
Butcher it.
I don't know why I thought it was something super. Anyways,
Peter
yeah.
Parker.
I'm super excited.
So June
2nd.
2nd.
In the thick of summer, 1 week of IMAX.
Yeah.
And I'll be there.
Hell yeah.
And I'll watch.
Get your PS5 now.
Why do they keep doing this?
Sony.
I can't get one.
It's not that hard to get now, I don't think.
It still is,
Oh.
honestly.
You're fine, probably.
What's next?
Spider.
Have you guys seen the trailer for 65?
That's
Yeah, I
great
saw
trailer.
that.
It's a good one.
Well, what did we put in the thumbnail or the notes?
I only put Avatar
We have no notes.
off the beaten path.
Let's do Barbie.
Oh, Barbie. Yeah.
Barbie's very short.
But yeah, Spider-Verse, great trailer. Yeah, I think maybe one of the things Miguel has to decide, like, he has to destroy an entire universe, and Miles like that's not how he saves the world or whatever, and then like it's gonna be very like Avengers, Illuminati kind of thing, where it's like they have to do the
like those
hard
ethical
decisions.
dilemmas of like,
Yeah.
what's right.
Which is why at the beginning Miles is like talking to his mom, like, "Don't forget who you are," kind of thing. Don't forget your ethics and your morals. Barbie.
2001, a Barbie
Lion King
story.
2, baby.
Yeah,
Since the beginning of time,
Helen Mirren.
since the first little girl
Where am I? They have no closed captions.
We don't need
Oh,
them.
well.
ever existed, there have been
This is so perfect.
dolls.
Dolls.
But
My
the
God.
dolls were always
Someone said, I wonder if they shot this just for the teaser, and I'd be so
I
happy
was
if they did.
just about to ask the same thing. I was like, is this a teaser
be fine
trailer
with that.
stuff?
I think it's actual just like Barbie model.
Like, it would just be so perfect if it was just shot for this.
I think it is. I would say it is. I would gander it is.
It's a perfect face.
Oh no, she's hot.
She's like 1 for 1. It's insane.
Fuck these dolls. Oh man.
Throw it.
There it is.
We don't need you anymore.
Everyone would be like, "What the fuck?"
That production design is so cool. Like, it's
So
so
great.
like,
That beat, oh, so good. Noah Baumbach.
Back.
the fact that they wrote it together too. Like,
He's Baumbach.
me watching White Noise.
I can't wait for White Noise next week, baby.
But yeah, this is gonna be awesome. We get a look at Gosling, and we get a look at this whole set, which is just crazy.
Wow.
The whole town, really. Like,
Looks
and you
like
can see like
dollhouses.
multiple playhouses, like that they've like.
Yeah.
God.
That's a lot of pink. This Don't Worry, Darling.
And then this is like a. That looked like a courtroom. I saw a gavel there. I don't know what that.
Maybe.
Simu. God damn it! Pause where I want you.
We have slow mo for a reason.
I hate YouTube slow mo. There. It's like a club.
Nice.
Nice.
I mean, is it a musical? Like, do we know? Like,
I don't think so.
They're probably just like living in the
I don't even know the plot of this
basketball
movie.
plane.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, I only know like there's set photos of, like normal people.
Yeah,
So-
on the set, it seemed like they were just like, going through town. She's in
Like, yeah,
the-
like, is it going to like? What's
In
the
the
like?
real
Is it gonna have
world?
like a Lego Movie crux? Like, is it gonna be like? You know what I mean? Like, how self aware is it going to be
What's that
of the
decom
toy
movie,
the
Life
toy
Size?
aspect? You know what I mean? Like, is it gonna go full meta, or is it going to just be like do that through subtext, just through the characters, like not knowing?
don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, are they gonna know they're real?
Like,
And then
I
It
can't
feels like-
imagine it being just like a child's movie when you have Noah Baumbach on here. You know,
But it seems like we get shots of like the Barbie world in the universe and all
Yeah.
that. Like everything from this trailer seems like it was in a Barbie world.
in a Barbie
But-
world, yeah.
But
Yeah.
from the set photos, it seemed like they were in our world.
Right.
So is it like a first act she's in Barbie world, second act she's in our world kind of thing, and she's like a person out of
Enchanted type
time,
thing.
Right, how Barbie
Enchanted, exactly.
how Barbie
yeah.
changes the world type deal. I could totally see that too.
Yeah. But anyways, like the shot of Simu Liu looked funny. Simu Liu, my bad.
forgot he was in it.
Who else?
Oh, he tweeted about it. Had to dig on Scorsese again.
Ryan Gosling's gonna kill it. Like, again, we saw the set photos of him like at a beach.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be in it a lot. I mean, he's Ken, so
So- We'll see.
He's playing it wonderfully. I think Simu was also playing a Ken.
Oh, that's cool.
okay. I want to watch this Oppenheimer trailer though, because since none of you have seen it, actually, let me just
We just
continue
saw it.
talking, and I'm gonna make sure it's like the trailer that I watched.
It's different.
Edgar said it's
it was
not.
different.
Okay, it's different. Okay, then I won't watch it.
Yeah. Okay. Cute up there.
But Yeah, looks like fun. Same day as Oppenheimer. That's gonna be a fun, interesting box office day.
I'll double feature, but what do I watch first?
What's gonna make more money,
Ah,
Barbie or
Barbie.
Oppenheimer?
Probably
Probably
Barbie.
Barbie.
Probably Barbie. I think Barbie's going to be bigger than we think.
Barbie had the mass appeal.
But yes, this was anyways, the IMAX preview I saw this was fantastic. It of course had the ticking time sort of Nolan-esque edit where everything is ramping up, intercut with flames. I'm sure this is going to have some of it, but we see a lot of the cast just in quick flashes. It was very much a teaser. So this is a trailer. Of course, we know what the plot is, but it's going to be very interesting to see what this is. So, shall we?
We shall.
I guess.
So this is set during World War One, I think, right?
2?
I'm kidding.
He's joking.
Ah,
He's a his.
It's World War Two.
Come on now.
I said that.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, damn, this is different.
Water, rain.
We imagine a future,
Ah, fuck.
and our imaginings are
Sorry.
Fire.
They won't fear it
Cillian sounds great in this, by the
until
way.
they understand it. And they won't understand it.
Nolan's going all out with the effects of the flames.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
fear, the
They've
intensity.
used it.
Until they've used it.
Theory will take you only so far.
This is interesting.
I don't know if we can
The
trust it.
the trailer I watch is much more thrillery,
Weapon.
like Against the Clock. This is more drama-y to me.
I have no choice.
Yeah. I still get the sense of like
Yeah,
intensity, just like internal intensity, like what he's going through.
yeah.
Is anyone
Oh, it's
It's more-
Jack Quad.
It's more of a fearful trailer.
ever going to tell the truth
Woo!
about what's happening here?
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, so that orange clock we just saw was what we saw in the IMAX thing. It was just counting the fuck down.
This is interesting. I wonder what kind of perspective Nolan's gonna be going for here. In this trailer, it seems like Oppenheimer is struggling with, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, he seems to be struggling with like the dilemma of it all in terms of like
Right, of making
people
it.
Yeah.
of man's like
I'm pretty sure that was like the thing in reality too. He's like making it, but like he realized like,
Trying
oh,
to find some of
what
these
have I
lines.
done?
but I wonder how he's gonna struggle with that in like a 2-hour movie. Like he's every day he's going to work doing this.
And
Does
it
he
does
know
seem
what
like,
he's creating.
well, yeah, I think the whole like
Right.
theme of like his dialogue here is saying like they need to experience what they're asking for so that they don't ask for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Hmm?
and also, I'll just say like the what's it called, the IMAX thing that I saw, it has like Matt Damon dialogue in it, and it's talking about like there is a chance that we blow up the entire world with this, blah 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 blah. Like this thing goes off and the reaction goes a certain way. It's, you know, taking out everything, like very much end of the
Oh,
world
shit.
type dialogue.
That's amazing. But yeah, this has like a fearful trailer. Like he's struggling with what he's doing. He's afraid of what man would do with this creation that he's making. And it kind of it's the fear of the unknown and fear of the known in both sense. Like it's the fear of the unknown is like the destruction, the capabilities of what it could be, and it's the fear of the known because he does know that this is
Yeah,
either way.
I don't know if
it's-
we can be trusted with such a weapon.
exactly. He knows that this is going to be destructive. He just doesn't know how destructive, what man can possibly do with this weapon, and the future implications of said weapon. But the effects with the whole, how do you describe it? The creation.
Yeah. Also,
process.
in the IMAX thing, we see this whole like it looks like they set up like this whole obviously the test site,
The test site, yeah.
but there's like this whole at the IMAX. It's like at night, and like sort of like you can tell it's gonna be like right before like the thing.
Oh shit.
And that looked really cool.
Yeah,
You had to wonder like what the money shot is of this movie. Like he says he's gonna blow something up, right? Like what is that? Like what is it gonna look like? Like I just don't know. Like is it?
Well, we're getting at least 2 drops, or not 2 drops, but 2 big explosions. We're getting the test,
Right.
the test here, and the Hiroshima.
Yeah.
I would assume. Did we get Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
Man, like what if?
Probably 3 drops. But man, like this is a difficult movie to do.
Yeah.
Because just in terms of like, this is one of the most horrifying, probably the most horrifying thing ever done.
Yeah, ever created,
ever created,
done, ever used. And
Actually,
so it's like, how do you frame the ending too? It's like,
exactly, like,
does it go back to him, or is it just like, does it go into like the action of it all? Like, I wonder how he's going to handle the overall tone.
right?
Of it.
It's so tricky because we're gonna be spending 2 hours with this guy knowingly building something that's bad, and at the end of the movie, just gonna be like, "What have I created?" Like we kind of already know.
You're
it.
right.
We kind of already know, like, oh, what have I done? Credits, or is like, what's gonna be the emotional?
And I also don't know much about
here?
the guy in general. Like I remember,
yeah, great point. I don't
learning
know
about him, but apparently there's either a memoir or some book that I can't remember that someone gave to Nolan, and that's what he read, which inspired him to make this movie. But I don't know like the bullet points of this guy's personality, like who he really is. So
That's a
that
good
will be
point.
interesting. And how will it differ from history for narrative purposes?
Yeah, I mean, we know Oppenheimer is the guy who created this bomb, who didn't want didn't want to, but like he how do I?
I think he knew the severity of the.
He knew the severity of it. But that's
Yeah.
what makes this movie, like I was saying, Nathan. That's what makes this movie so tricky. Where it's like, we know at the end of the day he's not going to be happy about what he's creating. So where's the cinema of it all? Where's the like? What's the pool here for the movie in terms of like
dramatic payoff? Like
because every day he's going to work helping create this bomb, and then he's going to say, "What have I done?" So like, what's the
well, maybe it is a
emotional
tragedy. Honestly, like it'd be very interesting.
Yeah.
Because Nolan's endings definitely have, like, I would say that hint of optimism always comes in.
Yeah.
Whether it's Interstellar or
Dunkirk,
or take any of them really, but like,
Just
what is like that what is that like boom, that Hans Zimmer score kicks in at the end here, and I'm like walking out like, oh yeah, like it's very interesting.
There's no way we walk out happy. There's
Like-
no way. This is a nuclear bomb. We can't walk out happy. He better not make us walk out happy. This is not a happy endeavor. None of this
Yeah.
is. We're creating
death, literally
death.
death in a ball.
Yeah, we're creating one of the most
zoom in on the
destructive
reflection
thing in
of
the
his eye, the explosion in the distance, credits. I don't know.
world. Yeah.
He's a better
So I'm very
filmmaker.
curious to see what the emotional arc is of this movie. See how because that's what Nolan is known for, like the emotional tug and pull that we go through, minus Dunkirk trash. But so I'm very curious.
It's very exciting.
Oh, and also the IMAX one, it starts with like on this base, like just a complete handheld sequence with the IMAX camera of him just like running around in the wind. Like I don't really know what was going on.
Running, like jogging?
He was just like walking around and like the wind was like blowing his hat off. Like I don't know if it was like post the blast or something. Like and he was like far away.
It sounds like better than what we got. Shit.
I'm telling you, hopefully you guys can see this thing eventually because it's complete different tone, like complete thriller.
I don't even know the next time I'm going to see something in IMAX. Megan?
Avatar again. Megan.
I'm good.
Knock at the cabin. M. Night, let's go.
Is that me IMAX?
Is that IMAX worthy?
Probably not.
Nah, probably not.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
But I love all these little interlude flame shit.
I
Like, this
saw
shit
that.
is-
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, the flames, the effects. Until they've used it.
I just love Cillian Murphy too. He's just so
yeah.
perfect for this.
I need to see more Cillian Murphy projects.
I need to watch Peaky Blinders.
Me too. Mostly just Peaky Blinders.
Oh, also the IMAX thing ends with Robert Downey Jr. By the way, that's the final shot.
Oh, did you say I am Oppenheimer?
Yeah, no, he's in like a courtroom and he's saying something. So
Man Who Moved the Earth.
He's gonna say, "Please watch The Judge."
Stream
But-
Senior on Netflix.
And also the Robert Downey Jr. shot was in black and white. So I'll be very very curious how this is gonna interchange. Because
But how does Josh Peck fit into all this? That's what.
that was one thing. Like we and Kelly were watching the trailer, and Kelly goes, "Is that Josh Peck?"
He's a good actor.
Is he?
Red Dawn.
He's
Right?
fine. Oh God, why did you choose one of his worst movies?
I don't know. I haven't. What are his other movies?
That Disney Plus show.
Fuck. Oh yeah, it's
Turner and Hooch.
Turner and
The reboot.
To
Or is
Turner
this
to
the-
Hooch.
Let's see, Josh Peck, Red Dawn. Wow, that's the second one, Red Dawn.
Can we watch 65?
Yeah, we can.
I think it could just been Drake and
Okay, you
Josh.
talk about Oppenheimer for 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, it. I think I still like the. I don't know. Granted, I don't know what Carson got to see in the theater, but I really loved the Oppenheimer teaser that they
Oh,
had.
you do you?
Yeah, with just like the. God damn it. Yeah, with the just like the clock ticking at the bottom.
A lot of ticking.
It was funny because like when that teaser came out, I was like, "Is this film all in black and white, other than the explosions?" I wouldn't. That'd be interesting. But clearly not. It's in color.
No one loves his color. I mean, it worked for Memento. Have you seen Memento yet?
I haven't, but doesn't that also have color?
Yeah, half color, half black and white.
I know it's like a memory loss journey. I need to watch The Prestige, even though I think I know the twist.
Well, that's disappointing.
I know.
Unless
Unless there's more twists.
I mean, it's a magic movie. There's lots of twists and turns, and
How did they do them?
yeah. I mean, the biggest twist is the rabbit in the hat. How did they do that? That's
Like-
about it.
You just
I'm
mean like a
kidding.
real one?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay.
So yeah, while Carson gets back, we can kind of divert to DC here. I think that was it for trailer talk.
No, we're gonna watch 65 when he comes back.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Cool.
Spontaneously decided because it's a banger of a trailer.
I heard you mention 65, but I thought you just said, never mind. I'm tired, Bob. 65 is cool. I love all the Ben Solo tweets have been going around. Like
this is the what happened after.
yeah, post Exegol Ben. I'm like, yes, please.
I'm down.
I'm down for it.
Sam
Please.
Raimi's Ben Solo.
Yes. Sam Raimi, episode 10. Hello.
Holy shit! I think the world would fucking explode
That'd be
for all the
amazing.
right reasons. God, oh my God, Sam Raimi's Star Wars. Just like, I imagine his like fucking Raimi camp push-ups, but it's like cockpit shots.
Yeah.
Oh God. Anyway. Well, you know, Bob, Spider-Verse is shaping up to be.
Dude, we can also talk about in front of Avatar. We saw the Mission Impossible footage, which was incredible. Like, I think my audience is like, that was great.
Yeah, the new one today.
I had a question because Jalen asked me the same question. When he's on the bike going off the ramp, what is it going to look like in the actual film? Is it going to be all rocks and green shrubbery, grass? Like, what is he going to be
Yeah, are
jumping
they gonna
off of?
paint out the? Are they gonna paint out the ramp? Is the
They
ramp
have to, right?
or unless maybe like the ramp is like, oh, it's an incomplete bridge that they were trying to build, and then
Oh,
maybe
it
they
could be
add
that.
detail, and then he just rides off. You know what just occurred to me just now is like, are they sacrificing a motorcycle every fucking take?
Jalen has the same thing. I'm like, damn, yeah, I think so. Poor motorcycle.
Which is funny because like we watched the stunt be successful, and it's like really cool. Everyone's holding their breath, and then Tom's like, I think I can hold on a little longer to the bike. Like, oh, you madman. He does again and again. It's like, oh my
It was so stunning to watch him with Top Gun breaking records domestically, internationally. Like, I hope people go see. I hope this is the most successful Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah.
Probably not, because again, it's like not as hyped as Top Gun, and
What has been the most popular Mission
I think the
Impossible?
last one was the most
Fallout?
popular. I think Fallout was the highest grossing Mission Impossible, worldwide at least. Let me see. Possible Fallout box office. I think they all 791 was Fallout.
That's pretty good.
Let me see what Rogue Nation was.
Oh, maybe it all comes down to the part 1, part 2 effect. I think 2 tends to has the bigger performance than 1 when it comes to these things. Unless you're Divergent, I guess.
Yeah, Fallout was definitely the most popular one. But yeah, hopefully this can make like $800 billion. I would love that because my audience is seemed invested. They're like, oh, Tom Cruise again. I'm pretty sure everybody in the Avatar audience also saw Top Gun. So hopefully Top Gun audience can like slip through and go see Mission Impossible 8. I know it's an endeavor because people might be like, oh, do I have to see Mission Impossible 1 through 6 to enjoy 7? Which probably, they do. But like,
Kid brings his back.
But I think cause it's interesting because only after Rogue Nations when they all started being connected more, like Rogue Nation to Fallout, and now we have
pretty much McQuarrie's doing his interconnect. But also, when you have like Ethan's wife, which I think it stems from 3. I think
3, correct.
It all works in tandem. Nothing's really ignored much except 2.
Yeah, so I think you can walk into Dead Reckoning blind-ish.
And if you don't, I would at least like start at 4 or 5.
Yeah, start at 3, 4, or 5, whatever you want to do. 5 specifically because it's like, okay, this is where shit gets real.
But 3 is so good. They're all so good.
3 is really good. I can't wait to do our commentary. It's like 6 movies, so we'll have to do that like over the summertime probably. We could start on my birthday, honestly.
Hey,
what did we say with my birthday movie last time we talked, Nathan? You said something with my birthday movie. Now I totally forget it.
Paranormal Activity 3. No, we're doing those monthly, I guess.
Yeah, we're doing those next time.
Can we just binge them? Can we just fuck it?
We could just honestly binge it.
Because what if you guys get to one that leaves a bad taste and you're like, oh, I waited a month for this, gotta wait another.
We could just binge it. I think the only reason we didn't last time because we had Knives Out we wanted to do, we had Avatar we wanted to do.
Yeah, we capped off the Halloween, did we?
I think so.
And then
it was our big Halloween movie, yeah. And
then we went into Thanksgiving season. We're like, all right, we'll do one.
So I think next time we could do paranormal when we get back. So we won't have a podcast episode after this.
Mm-hmm.
Carson's going on his hiatus.
I think it's the first of the year that we're planning to do
Bad Batch.
Bad Batch, right?
We'll do Bad Batch January 3rd. So this upcoming Tuesday, I don't know. We'll see. Carson's back. So we're gonna do 65 trailer.
Yeah, we'll do 65.
Okay.
The spec script from the Quiet Place writers.
Yeah, Scott Beck, something like that.
Yeah, which I think they...
I beg your pardon?
God damn. I think they returned to after they got notoriety for Quiet Place, and then they got this made somehow, so... And I was shocked by the premise. Like, I just knew it was original sci-fi, but I didn't know we were going dinos.
I wish I saw the trailer before I saw the poster, because I was at work, and I'm scrolling through like my missed tweets. I'm like, oh, what did I miss here? I'm like, whoa!
Oh, 65 million. Oh, shit.
Oh, but yeah. Let's watch the trailer here.
I think it's a Sony, so I think we're going to get... Yep.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Charter 373.
High Life.
No! Yeah, he's stranded from space, stranded on this planet.
Yeah.
Can you subtitle this one, Carson?
It said no.
Said no, okay.
Send help.
Send help. So
Ben Solo, baby.
Did he escape on an escape pod, or just the whole ship came down? And
I think the ship just came down, and he was...
Crash landed on an uncharted celestial body.
So he has no idea what planet he's on.
Right.
So is this going to be like... Is this Earth?
That's the thing. Is it a time travel, or is it...
Is it a time travel, or is it just a different planet? And then we have this one survivor.
Is the survivor from his ship, or was she already on the planet?
Might have been the ship. I think she was in
I think the
pod.
ship.
Okay.
The atmosphere is breathable.
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 That water look good.
Alien out there.
That shot.
This
There's
shit is
something
cool.
alien
Like their
on
motion detectors going off.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Color coded.
65 million years ago?
I thought the
Hello?
trailer was over there, and I was like, oh.
The
The
search for a new world.
That's what makes it so interesting. Like, how is he?
I
so
knew it was gonna
futuristic?
show up behind him. Oh, man,
Oh, that's great. Light him up.
Oh, fuck.
I love
Yeah,
the
like
tech
the
there with
ammo.
like the bullet. Like, yeah.
Give me the video game.
It said meets future, so I think they're time traveling back.
I'd probably.
I are gonna get home.
And you see, like, in the sky, like, the fucking meteors coming down.
Yeah. Do we have to beat the apocalypse of the meteor?
That would be
showers?
insane. Like if it was against the clock of the apocalypse to leave.
Ooh.
God.
It's dragging his ass. That's sick.
Oh, the raptor.
This movie.
It's
dude.
very exciting to be getting a dinosaur-centric film outside of Jurassic.
I know. Like when was the last time that happened?
And
It
completely
doesn't.
Original.
During the center of the Earth at best.
Oh boy.
Which is crazy to me that like somehow the Jurassic, like you would think the popularity of Jurassic Park would stem another mainstream dinosaur movie at some point.
And it's mostly
But
just
I don't
been,
think
like,
I can name
kids'
one.
cartoons.
Yeah, like
I don't think I can name one since like other than the Jurassic franchise. Like it's kind of insane.
It's funny. There's tons of like low budget, not low budget, but just tons of like
Right,
straight
like
to
B
DVD,
movie ones.
B movie dinosaur movies that
Yeah.
my family loves to
Silent
watch.
production type deals. Yeah.
Exactly, but there's never been like a high profile dinosaur movie besides.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe studios were just like, "Do we even try?" Like they kind of have it on lock.
I guess, but like
Well, because the essence of creating a dinosaur just screams expensive.
Very
Maybe
true.
they didn't want to invest in it, but this movie didn't seem too expensive. Like it seemed like a good $80 million. I'm guessing.
probably.
I think
yeah.
it probably makes like the hunting and the scares a lot more creative because they have the limited
Yeah, that's what I'm interested.
production.
But this totally blew me away. 65 million years ago, prehistoric Earth had a visitor. So they're marketing it as Earth, I guess.
Yeah.
So he crash lands on Earth from the future,
future.
from the past. So yeah, time travel
Yeah,
has to be
from the-
involved here. And I love the costume design too. Michael Kaplan's on this.
Yeah,
From,
costume design's very cool.
Star Wars fame.
Oh, and look at that March. Every day I wake up.
March 10th, I think it said, right? So
Let me
I think it said it in the trailer.
yeah, March 10th.
March 10th.
the
Yeah.
very end.
So Creed comes out the first week in March. Then is Creed still going head to head with Dungeons and Dragons?
I think so.
Yes, let me look.
Nope, Dungeons and Dragons moved to the end of March 31st.
That's right. That's right.
So Creed, then you have this. Scream 6 now comes out
You got to try the Scream 6.
March 10th.
Yes,
as
you
well.
got Creed, this, and Scream comes out the same weekend as this,
Damn, that sucks.
that's interesting. You'd think there'd be a lot of overlap in that audience.
I would
And then
agree.
the next week is Shazam.
Yeah.
The next week is John Wick, and then the following week, the end of March, is Dungeons and Dragons.
Woohoo!
And then the
Can't
following
wait.
week, right after that, is Mario. So like, damn.
Star Wars Celebration London, where everybody's going, right?
Yup.
I'm back in Florida, baby.
No wonder cheap ass wants to go to Florida. Hey guys, let's go to Orlando since I just moved back to Florida.
It
Was my idea.
wow. Yeah, I didn't plan this shit.
Well, I mean, it's still at most like 2.5 hours away by car, so I gotta
Yeah.
fucking figure something.
I was reading a High Republic thing. They're like, we'll have more to share at next year's celebration. I'm like, I need to be at that panel if I don't want to go. I'm not going to London for a High Republic panel. Am I that much of a simp
I'm
for the High
sorry.
Republic?
We love you, but no.
You went to the last one.
The last panel was my favorite panel of the fucking celebration.
I didn't know what was going on. I was having fun.
Yeah. So
Did
I
we get
think
through all the
dive
trailers?
Yeah, that was it. Did you guys have a favorite of those?
Scream 6. Nah, that's not the last Scream.
Probably say
Yeah, that
Spider-Man.
trailer is not even.
A Spider-Verse.
What was I
think,
gonna
is-
say? Spider-Verse, and then
Barbie.
probably
has
the
a great
Barbie
needle
trailer
drop.
is really
Barbie's
good.
just, it's so well executed. Like it says so much about the
Yeah.
movie without even showing the movie.
Well, and I've been like Greta pitched this movie. I'm pretty sure. Like I've been like at least what I've heard is that like she wanted like it wasn't like oh we're getting Greta to do this. Like she wanted to make this. So like, damn, like a Greta Gerwig, Noah Baumbach written Barbie movie. Like what is like the social commentary? All that gonna be? Like I'm so curious. Like.
Written for the screen.
And then because it's gonna like also be like a uber popular mainstream movie, but also what's underneath it, I don't know.
The world may never know. So yeah, where do we start with all these DC craziness? I think the big thing before
Probably
we dive
Superman.
into yeah, let's talk about Superman real quick. I think the big thing is that the DCEU is officially dead. Like
Done.
we kind of knew this.
Reboot mode.
It's full reboot, but we didn't know we knew James Gunn's coming on board, having a fresh slate with Peter Safran, and we didn't know if they were going to keep some pre-existing characters and just move on forward, just keep going forward.
Right, especially because we have this
weird.
weird 2023 year.
Exactly,
Yeah,
2023 is going to be kind of the end. Shazam, Aquaman, Blue Beetle, The Flash. Yeah, that's it.
Well,
I guess
Blue
that'll
Beetle
be
could
it.
launch new things. I
Blue
can
Beetle
see
could
it's.
be.
I bet
it
it's
depends how-
loosely tied. I cannot see it being like so early tied to DCEU.
Yeah, at the end of the movie, Justice League shows up.
Right, like
It's like oof.
But I also
But
was
overall-
hearing like that stuff was cut in the Flash film. for
right that
Henry
they
and
filmed
Gal,
cameos.
which I'm like, I mean, at this point, like, why cut it off? You're just gonna throw away people in that altogether.
Right.
Like, why
You're right.
cut
Yeah,
it?
if
Just
it's
leave it.
ending, if it's ending anyways, why cut it?
And it was
and
for an
it was supposedly in the
opening
beginning
scene,
of the
too,
yeah,
so,
in the beginning of the
so
movie.
just like fuck it, leave it.
It doesn't matter. That's a good point.
You shot it. It's there. Fine.
It's the same thing with the Zack Snyder Green Lantern thing. It's like it doesn't matter anyways, so why not just
well,
keep it?
doesn't matter to us because we know, but other people might be like, oh, like it just reaffirms, you know what I mean? Like, and
We've
then,
already did this with Black Adam, though. It's out there.
yeah,
I mean,
oh,
I know they
know,
don't want to
I
like
know.
double down, but you
Poor
know.
Which, by the way, is so
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about this real
shitty.
quick. Yeah.
Which
It's pretty-
what? First of all, let's get out of the way. It wasn't this new regime's decision for that.
No.
It was the old regime, and even what's his face, the
Hamada.
where DeLuca and God, what is their fucking names?
Oh man.
The two development heads. I don't remember their names, but I think they were there. They signed off on it, and I think Walter Hamada signed off on it.
Yeah.
People were like, "Oh, The Rock signed off on it." Like, no, like The
Rock-
Rock doesn't like.
The Rock pushed for it.
The Rock pushed for it, but he didn't like decide it.
The Rock put
So, anyways, it's
his
just
hand on an executive shoulder and was just like,
But
yeah,
the-
right.
In general, I mean, like this guy had been wanting Black Adam for what 14 years, or like
well, since 2007.
2007 ish,
Newscast?
like, and 1 month after the movie comes out, your sequel is gone, and you're probably gone. That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
I think
That's
the
messed
Dwayne's a little
up.
publicly salty right now.
Well,
too.
let's
I mean,
just say,
would be
I mean,
too.
That's fair.
whatever The Rock is saying, it's not breaking even at least in its theatrical run. So, whatever The Rock may say,
You mean, but Carson Deadline had an article.
that was planted. There was no way that wasn't planted. I think Puck News came out and said that it was planted as much, or at least that's what they speculated.
Yeah. There's so much
Um,
speculation going on we can talk about as well with the whole Wonder Woman controversies.
Right. Yeah. Who do we believe? I don't know.
I mean, it's weird,
But
right? Quick rant. Because people want to like say they want to trust the hell out of James Gunn. James Gunn is coming out on Twitter. He's saying this is true, this is false, this is true.
He's debunking left,
Right.
like something
He's debunking
drops.
left
2
and
hours
right.
later, he's like, "Fucking no."
Right? Which I love. But when Patty Jenkins does the same thing, oh, she's lying. Like she has to be lying.
Right.
Like it's interesting. It's like, why do we choose to believe somebody over somebody else? It just that really kind of bugs me because there have been so many things from Patty Jenkins' point of view where people are like, oh, she's hard to work with. Oh, she's saying whatever about the script. We're taking sources' word for it. Granted, we don't know who these sources are. But then when Patty says that's not what happened, people say that's automatically lying because what we heard from weeks ago. Granted, I don't think Patty's.
I don't think people are saying she's lying. I think
there's tons of people saying that.
My thing is like regardless of what happened, like it's different when James says it because he's literally in charge, and Patty is obviously, regardless of what happened, obviously she wants to. Her best interest is to, make sure that her movie gets moved forward, her reputation. Yeah, and anybody in that situation would do the same thing, I think. I don't think she's lying. I think she's probably telling what she thinks is true. And none of us will ever know what happens or on Rogue Squadron. And I think that's the other thing, too, is that it's happening back to back. That it's happening back to back with development. So that's where it's kind of shitty is because it's 2 projects in a row. And so it's like, oh, like what's happening if, neither of these movies is getting off for you. Yeah. So I don't know.
That's true. That in itself is now good luck to have Wonder Woman. But I think the aspect of Wonder Woman 3 was already going to be kind of halted because of the James Gunn thing anyways.
Yeah, I think so too. So I
think the only thing that was safe was Joker and Batman 2 because they're Elseworld stuff. But everything else might.
But it's insane to me because Wonder Woman, like people forget how big that summer was when Wonder Woman first came out. Like
huge.
Like that was a huge deal, and it's interesting and like even Wonder Woman 84, like not the best movie obviously, but people signed the fuck up to people signed the fuck up for it on HBO Max. Like I still think it's one of their biggest like daily signups or whatever the stat is. Yeah. That people wanted to watch it. And then also let's not forget that opening weekend they confirmed Wonder Woman 3 even after the mix. And then obviously so much has happened since then, but it's like that to me it was like the Wonder Woman franchise was going to be safe and Aquaman was going to be safe because those were the 2 highest like grossing ones.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But
you would assume, but granted what James is talking about, it seems like because of doing a fresh slate, were they ever safe? Regardless of how much money.
And I don't And
is
also
Shazam okay?
No. He's gone.
I don't think they're gonna make a 3rd Shazam.
He's gone. But is it crazy where like
how connected was Shazam to everything?
In the trailer they show Ben
in the trailer, but when we get to the actual like flick.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
In the actual flick, in his universe, Superman's been roaming around, which is not the case in James Gunn universe.
Yeah,
but we never see Superman's head. We never see who
it
is.
But regardless, in the universe, Superman and Batman are these big characters.
It was so funny watching Black Adam. I saw in the kid's bedroom was like a 2017 theatrical Wonder Woman poster.
I know.
I was like, hold on.
No, but so anyways, I'm fine with the whole reboot thing. I just think
me too.
There was no good way to do this, and I don't think it's their like there was already so messed up from just the whole post Snyder era that the continuity was already all over the place. It's just I feel bad for everybody that's in the Flash movie that's not Ezra Miller, and
was the Flash movie not like the cure to this problem for continuity?
It was, but now since they're rebooting it, the continuity it just doesn't matter. So it's like, how do you
And I think,
but couldn't it then be the thing where like you use it to like, all right, refresh stuff you want to, but you want to keep some elements you can, just write it.
Yeah, but then it's like, but then it's like, oh, even this movie doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, I think that movie's just not even going to count anyways. If that's, you know what I mean?
I'm with Carson. I think like having one movie that is already pre-maligned, like before it's coming out, like
Yeah.
I don't think it's like saying, oh yeah, the Flash is going to solve everything. Every movie after the Flash is going to be different now. Like I don't really like that anymore because it's going to be, like Carson said, it's going to be different anyways. Like the Flash movie is going to be.
If anything,
gone.
I think they'll like wrap up the story for whatever this Flash is. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You would have to wonder. I mean, they've already spent $300 million on it. Might as well finish the damn thing. But yeah, like it's just interesting that Aquaman, Jason's gonna be done with Aquaman after 2, where I thought for sure we were gonna get a trilogy.
The Trench.
Is he Lobo?
It grossed $1.2 billion, and I mean now we're like you were saying, it's like we're 5 years on from that movie, which is just kind of insane to me.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
But
13 on
let's talk about. So it seems like
thing.
the big thing will be is James Gunn is and has been. That was kind of a tidbit he dropped in his tweets. He's been writing this for a while. He's writing a new Superman movie, not an origin story, but a younger Clark Kent.
This is music to my ears because this is the same thing Matt Reeves did with Batman, right? I assume we're getting a year or two
after
movie.
he becomes
yeah.
Which is they haven't found a director yet, so he's not directing. People were like, oh, like what if James Gunn directs? I was like, I don't think he has time.
Peyton Reed, baby.
But it's really, and it seems like this will be the first. This will probably be the first big movie out the gate. Is that the sense that you guys got too?
That's the sense I'm getting as well, as it should be.
Because it's been so long.
This is so exciting for me. It's been so long, and I think starting fresh with it's funny because somebody said like that's kind of where Man of Steel ended, anyways, right? Where it's
right, like
Welcome to the Planet.
The movie ends with him going to.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Daily Planet, yeah. So it's like this technically is a Man of Steel sequel, anyways. Anyway, I think this is a smart idea. Starting off like a year or two, he's still fresh as a hero. He's just now meeting the people that he's going to be like lifelong friends or enemies with, and then Lois and other people.
Jimmy Olsen that doesn't get shot in 5 minutes.
Oof. And that in itself is very exciting. Like I like this. You're starting off a universe as your heroes are starting off the universe. It's kind of like what they did with Iron Man, right? It's like MCU starts as Iron Man becomes a hero. So this new universe starts as Superman becomes a hero. Which I think is a smart idea to go with. And because of that, because Superman is just now starting out, I think your other heroes have to be the same way, I would assume. So
bring back the origin.
So I think we're going to get another Batman, obviously. Just keep it at 2 Batman. Matt Reeves and James Gunn.
I think that would be the case.
That was another thing flying around that was debunked about incorporating Batman into this large scheme.
But is this Batman going to be like, because we already have a year 2 Batman in Robert Pattinson. He's a fresh Batman. We love that. How long is that's going to be an interesting take what they do with Batman. That's just it's tricky. It's tricky.
And I know like a lot of people are starting to jump up in arms about the idea of the Batman being in a connected universe. But if you just have respect for like Reeves's corners, and don't have things encroach on his projects. Wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
I want. Why not do a Batman and with Robin? Like, why not actually fucking have that? Like, that would be cool if we just.
I think James Gunn's universe will 1,000,000% have
why
a Robin.
not? We need a good Robin. We just need Robin. Like, it would just be so great if we could have that.
Because this DC universe has to take shape from the very beginning. You're starting off with the first one.
Because think about that. That's right when Batman is like growing. That's like from Robin on. It's like that the Bat family. Everything is growing outwards from there. So it seems like it would be a good like growing point for the character to like go off of and grow into the Justice League and whatever.
As we're talking about it, I think it would be smart to have this new Batman not be a year 2 Batman. Have Superman have Superman be fresh, sure, but Batman could have been working for like 10 years at this point. and then have him be like, then have a Robin in the first movie.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I want a Robin in the. I mean, like if you're gonna do something new, I feel like that and differentiate it from what Reeves is doing. Like I feel like that would be the take.
That's what you got to do. Because people
Batman
are still
Forever,
craving,
baby.
yeah, sure. I mean, people are still craving for a Nightwing stuff. So I think this universe can develop into a Nightwing thing eventually.
And which is another like great thing is like if you still want to keep the Batman and Robin dynamic, but have Nightwing become a fruition.
Yeah, totally.
Jason Todd now.
We
And
can have a Death in the Family live
animation.
action.
You have animation.
How
as
far
an
do we
example.
go to like make that happen? Because that's a lot of development for multiple
Yeah, that's like
Robin.
20
Yeah.
years and
Yeah.
it's 10 years.
Do we ever get to Damien? Like
That's phase 6.
phase 6. Oh shit!
Oh shit.
I'm fucking 40 and my kid's here.
James is
so,
90 years
like,
old.
Of the
Got
other
that gray hair
pinnacle
early.
heroes that they've established, will we get just like a new Wonder Woman? Will Gal
Yep.
still play it?
Nope.
You think just brand new Wonder
I think
Woman?
Gal's gone, which is so sad. I
Present
think
day,
she's great.
present day Wonder will be present day Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Because think everything's
Probably.
been like a
prequel.
prequel sequel so far.
I think we'll finally.
yeah.
Sorry, it's separate. I think we'll finally get something happening with the Green Lantern. For
Yeah.
sure.
He also said in that thread that as the main focus obviously is the bigger characters, but there will also be some focus on some of James'
More minor
specialty,
too.
more minor.
Fold them in to
players.
become bigger.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, his first thing here says like we'll be able to share some exciting information about our first project at the beginning of the year. This is super exciting. Like we already talked about Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern. I think those are the big four. But like,
Mhm.
I mean, Flash, Aquaman.
Will there be a new
as well.
Aquaman? You think?
Yeah, I mean,
Will
I
they
think
make
everybody-
standalone Aquaman movies anymore? Will it, or will he like
Everybody's getting
be
recast.
supporting? I know, but this is
Wait, what do you mean
like
supporting?
will some of these still be franchises, or will they just
Oh.
show up and move? You know what I mean? Like,
There's yeah. I don't know. I mean, because
That
even
could
when
be a
you look
movie.
at like Phase 1 of the Avengers, like not all 6 of them had movies.
exactly.
Even
So
though,
you wonder- I
they were
wonder
like,
how that
"Where's
dynamic's
Black
gonna
Widow
work."
movie?"
But like the only people that didn't have movies were like your Black Widow, Hulk, and
That's
Hawkeye.
true. Yeah, I
Hulk
guess
had
it's
a
different
movie.
way.
recast, but had a movie.
oh, it's true. You're right. Yeah, Hawkeye. So it's
Hawkeye
like,
was in Thor, and Black Widow was
but
not. in it.
Aquaman and Flash are not like Hawkeye and Black Widow. Those are big heroes.
Well, it's interesting because like I think now Aquaman is like big enough to, because like prior, I don't think they would have if we were like making the plans now back then.
And the other
also,
thing is like
Mhm.
with Flash and my biggest question right now is with Flash and Aquaman both coming out next year, audiences being reminded of those characters.
with those actors.
How long do you is acceptable to wait before they launch those? Let's say they do a new Aquaman movie and a new Flash movie. How long
Well,
do they wait to make those movies?
I mean,
Great
even just like
question.
looking from the perspective of solely DC in terms of hero recast, it was 4 years between Batman.
Right.
And that's like probably the biggest of their IP. So
Great point, Nathan. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I
um,
didn't think about that.
maybe like
So
4
it
or
was
5.
4 years since like from Batman before.
Dark Knight Rises to BVS.
And how long was BVS
Yeah.
until the Batman? That was
5
was
years.
it
6
5
years.
years? 6 years? Oh, not even including Justice
5
League.
for the delay
Or
of
6.
the
Yeah,
pandemic.
sorry. Yeah.
Justice League. You make it that 5 years, right?
Well, even like
Oh,
fucking
so-
like
yeah,
his debut in
2017,
2016, that we had the Justice League movie in 2017, and
Yeah, I guess it's probably now I'm seeing my answer to my own question because I'm just thinking also the changes of obviously from Spider-Man to Amazing Spider-Man and from that
that was
to,
4 years, yeah.
That was 4
to
years as well.
Homecoming. You know what I mean? Like
And even what was it? Toby
I mean
Dan
Civil
did
War
what,
actually it would have been
5 years.
So yeah,
from
I mean,
2014 to
given that James has to announce everything at the beginning of next year, which I'm assuming January,
Yeah.
he'll announce his slate, which is very exciting.
and when we
Um,
say slate, do you think it's just gonna be like I bet probably like just the first 4 movies, 5, you know?
First,
Or
Yeah,
5
keep it
movies, you
small
think?
because that was always DC's
Yeah.
problem. Is like they can't.
Yeah, as they announce
20
everything,
something
it's like,
things.
I
didn't
don't
make
want to hear
most-
about it until you're filming like
It-
until it's like
basically.
happening.
Yeah. So if he announces a Superman movie in 2023, it's probably not coming out till 2025.
Probably.
Which is
I think
a long
late
time.
2025.
Late 2025, which works. I think everything that he's announcing next year is going to be 2025 and beyond.
Yep, because so there'll be 2023, which would be the wrap up year.
2024
of the
has
DCU.
Joker.
2024 is basically just a gap year, development year, I would say.
Yeah.
And then
probably. Just take a year
2025. Do they get
Be the
2
big
movies off
comeback.
the ground by 2025?
You could. Yeah. Film 2 movies in 2024.
Yeah, I think that's what they do.
So I think the first 2 off the ground have to be Superman and
Superman and what? That's
Wonder
I guess?
Woman. I would go Wonder Woman. Because her last movie was what? 29? When did Wonder Woman 2 come out?
I would say
2020.
either Wonder Woman or maybe Green Lantern get something going there.
What I'm nervous about for
That might be a
Interesting.
good buffer in between Wonder Woman
Good
now
point.
and the next.
what I'm nervous about for James Gunn, that he loves to do these side characters, small characters, but
yeah.
contrary to what people like to see, I don't want a Lobo movie in the first place. I don't give a shit about Lobo.
I don't give a shit about Lobo either.
I don't care
And
about, like, you have to
that's
start
not
with
gonna
the big
excite
guns
me if
thing.
they'd be like,
I don't think it needs to
Aquaman
be its own
ends this
project.
year.
Yeah,
Here's Lobo with Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
that's another thing. Is like with Momoa's interpretation of Aquaman. How do you think they play another Aquaman? Do you think they match that energy, Momoa, or do you
I think
think
it's
they play a
different.
more
I think it's-
like short haircut,
Yeah.
ruler of Atlantis?
Arthur is way more serious. It depends on the comic, of course.
Yeah,
But I like
Yeah,
my
I think they'll go with
serious Arthur.
They have to change it enough because
King.
they can't have another Aquaman just
Origin
doing a
story.
shitty Jason Momoa vibes. You know what I
Sure,
mean? Like
yeah.
that wouldn't make any sense.
My man.
Yeah, like it just
Alright.
wouldn't work.
All right. But please bring back Pitbull at least. Come on, James. You're smarter
Yeah,
than that.
with
Ocean
the one
Ocean.
consistent thing.
Come on, please.
Worldwide.
But yeah, I mean, that's going to be a big episode.
The
of
real
our
question,
podcast.
Evan, does Young Justice get renewed for season 6 or whatever?
It should.
Do they make a live action Young Justice?
If
I'm
if,
down.
if one day HBO says we're removing Young Justice from the platform,
Oh, I'm canceling.
I'm canceling HBO Max.
Damn.
Like, there's no way you remove Young Justice from the platform. That would be the day of reckoning.
They won't.
They will know
I can't say
hellfire.
Allow me to pose
Sure, sure.
for this Superman project, being of the younger mind. Who do you make the antagonist?
Ooh, great question. You can't do
We
Zod. He's off the court. He's off
Do we start with Lex? Do we start off as Lex
I
as a friend?
the Whew,
I
like
saw
that.
the I guess because it said in that Hollywood report that Stephen Knight or whatever had a pitch or whatever
For
recently
Brainiac, yeah.
for Man of Steel 2, and it was Brainiac. But
I feel like
for
Brainiac
this
is
new
like,
Superman,
pretty big. Doomsday too fucking soon.
No, don't even say that.
We just did it.
I'm
Superman
not good with
villains?
Superman villains.
Yeah.
I know we talked about this before on the podcast of like, oh, who is your dream Superman villain?
How long till we get a Supergirl?
Please. Just
Well,
do
and we're
Can we get
that's the
Sasha
sad
back?
part. Will we have
Yeah.
will we have when is that gonna happen? Because it just sucks that that's gonna happen in the Flash.
Yeah.
And was it a big role or is a big role?
we could keep her, please.
And
She's the only one that survives the DC reckoning. I would love that. But
it's
exciting
Can't
and
be
sad.
Zod.
I mean, this is the end.
it's somber.
It's the end of Henry Cavill. We didn't really reflect on that.
That
but
is the
like,
important bit.
That's the important thing. Like, it's the end of Henry Cavill. He just left The Witcher. He just left now. Man
He
of
just
Steel.
made a post on Instagram coming back, and he made
Yeah,
another
yeah.
one.
Less than a
going-
month later. Oh no!
Yeah, it really
You know
made
what
me
though?
like as soon as like I did hear the news though, it really did like make me like sit down and reflect. Just thinking back when I went to the theater in 2013 to Man of Steel,
Yeah.
and, just experiencing like the lead up to BVS and everything. Just like, this is my Superman, and like, yeah, I
Right.
like him. He's doing great. Even
Yeah.
if it's not like the ideal like Superman stories, and he's like
And
doing
as much
all this
as
shit
I-
way too fast.
Yeah, as much as I
He's doing great.
I literally love him as Superman. It's just
Mhm.
I think it made me realize when the news came out that like to me he's been done for so long that like I had already made my peace with it in a weird way. Like
I guess I kind of
the Black Adam thing, I'm like, it was like, oh, this is like too good to be true, even though like it was like real, and I'm like, well, we'll see, because
that's the funny thing is like after like 2017 Justice League, and we just like we're waiting in a bizarre
right, and so
gap.
to me, Snyder Cut was just like, oh, bonus content from the past, like
basically,
you know what I mean?
I was just happy to see him back, but we always like I've been trailed for so long, been dragged by the back of the truck of just
totally
Man of Steel 2, but like I know
and
heart,
all
like,
those think about all the reports that have come out in the last 5 years. Oh, he's back, he's not back, not happening, it's happening.
But then when I'm sitting in Black Adam and I see him back, I do like get that feeling of like, oh my god, he's here,
because he is Superman,
and we're gonna get more. I'm excited, and then it's getting taken again, and so I just feel disappointed, understandably. But I wish the best to the man. Hopefully, maybe he can find something in Marvel.
He has some projects coming up outside of Marvel.
Yeah, that new Amazon show, I guess.
He had Warhammer 40K, which I'm not too familiar with about this.
Evan, does he come back in Mission Impossible?
Yeah,
all scarred up and shit.
Yeah, come on,
half the mustache.
Oh, gross! Two-Face, what?
Henry Cavill's the new Two-Face in the Batman.
I'm down.
Yeah, he has a new Warhammer Amazon.
He got
show.
that Harvey Dent kind of.
He's going to be the executive producer of this one, unlike The Witcher, which he was just a actor on.
But he had a lot of like, guys, come on, this.
And they could easily just say, "Thank you, have a seat." But now he's going to be executive producer on it. He'll be like in charge of picking out writers and directors, and he'll be a lead character in that. Probably not playing the Emperor, probably playing somebody serving the Emperor in this universe. I did read up on Empire Warhammer 40K, so I can get familiar with like going into the series. And it seems pretty cool, like a sci-fi apocalyptic kind of universe that spans thousands of years. So they can have plenty of time to grow the show under his control. At least under his influence, which is exciting. And yeah, he has other projects. He still has a Highlander, I think he's still a part of.
Highlander?
Right? With
one of the Highlander?
Yeah, movies.
I wanted to get into the old stuff. My dad's a big fan of it.
My dad's a huge fan too. I just never got into those movies.
They're free on the show's free on Vudu right now, so I'm gonna
sweet. But yeah, that's about it for DC. We can get into Avatar because I gotta head out here in about half an hour.
Jesus. Me and Cars will take over if we don't finish.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
this movie, man.
Open it. No, we're not doing
I didn't even like it.
Goddamn.
It was fine. I'm kidding. No.
Listen,
overall thoughts though.
I sat down.
How?
And it was exciting to, obviously we're getting in, but when you're just like seeing how like strongly it's starting off with the Sully family. Man, they really just
the whole shit with the
that
beads
deal.
really got me, and then they brought that all the way back. I was like, come on.
Lovely. So good, man. And
also
also
spoiler review, by the way. Spoiler time. If you have not seen Avatar, come back later.
Spoilers, Neytiri for the Grammys, please. She's a wonderful singer.
Oh, Grammys.
It's her song.
She sings?
The song chord is what it's called on the album. I'm so fucking melodramatic. I played that when I took off on my flight.
When is she singing the movie?
The song is called The Song Chord, but it's just it's in the native tongue as she sings. It's in the intro, and I think it's also closes bookends the outro as well.
Yeah, she's singing by the fire. You don't remember this? Watch it again, damn it.
I don't remember.
Oh, fuck, there's the first scene and the last scene.
First scene, I remember they do the montage of like what happened.
It literally opens to her singing.
It's right before that.
I'll take your word for it. I'll forget.
Anyway.
Maybe I'll put my 3D glasses on. It kept falling off.
No, the tech was so good that I just like normally I'm like messing with my shit, like I was just so mesmerized that like
I was still messing with my shit.
that veil just disappeared in a way, and I was like, the fucking whales, man, like the water,
the water.
No,
I forgot they filmed that 30 feet under.
Like when we finally get to that shot of like that's been like my wallpaper for so long of him reaching out to the side of the whale onto the fin, like from way down below, like just breathtaking.
It's crazy because the first movie had that connection to nature where you had Jake Sully
Yeah.
first trying to tame the Ikran, and that's about it. Like he's encountering those black jaguar beast when he first gets in on Pandora.
Hammerhead
This one,
rhinos.
yeah, this one takes it to a whole new level. Like the animals are characters in the movie. Like the main whale that was hunted, I forget the name, starts with a P, was like kind of being hunted. And it became like a real focal point of the third act. Really,
They can talk to them.
and they can talk to it too. Like, oh, how's your kid? Like, I really like that.
The whole sequence when they came in from the migration, and there was like
That
this.
was great.
They were sharing stories and like bonding together, and like that's the one time a year they get to like see them, and then
They had like
Like-
the beautiful shot of like the baby like rising for some air, and the whale just like looking. And God, it's fucking
That baby looked really good. I was like,
really
yeah,
good.
like
was that all
Oh, Jake's
CG?
baby as well. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, they are fucking this mocap. This is phenomenal.
Oh, okay. By the way, now
Oh,
that I
the
have
whale-
you guys, I need to ask you guys some questions.
yeah, what's up?
Let's talk about this whole Sigourney Weaver shit.
Portrait.
Oh,
Oh.
well, this was interesting, right?
She was great in the movie. By the way, I liked her character a lot. I just didn't know how she came to be.
I think I do.
Okay.
Her avatar
think-
body was pregnant before she died.
Well, I interpreted it as like because my
How?
because I didn't know she was going to be adopted by Jake's family. I thought she was biologically with Jake's family, so I thought it was. Remember, Evan, during our commentary, I was like, maybe when he connects with Awa after her passing, something transfers back.
Yes, we talked
But
about
what I
that,
think is
yeah.
happening here is like obviously Grace couldn't go into her avatar body, but maybe Awa was able to plant something that effectively works as a rebirth through the avatar body into a new. Into
That's what
Kiri.
I got from it too.
So her soul from
Rebirth,
Awa
reincarnated, I guess.
was
in a way.
reincarnated into the wild.
Yeah, it's not. It's
no,
not,
into
it's not all of
Grace's
her
avatar
mom's
body
memories.
because they have Grace's avatar still in the tank because it grew pregnant and gave birth to Kiri.
Whoa, wait, so in the tank it grew pregnant post death.
Yeah, because they're still monitoring her and she's still in there.
Yes.
So while she was in the tank,
Yeah.
they discovered
got
she's
pregnant.
pregnant. Yes.
and out of the pregnant body came
Kiri.
Kiri.
Sigourney.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
We
it's
don't
so
know how
cool
it became
because
pregnant.
it's
Well,
fitting
it's still
because
ambiguous in the
Wait, say that again?
yeah,
Vision.
it doesn't exactly answer it, but it's fitting
Let's
because
go.
that character has obviously the most connection to like the spiritual side of everything, and that's what Grace was so fascinated with
Yes.
overall of like how that all works. So I thought that was and just
Yeah.
the overall
Definitely like-
climax, that overall climax of when she sends like the light into the like
That was
just beautiful
badass.
scene.
Yeah. It was just funny because like the other kids were talking about like, oh, she got pregnant with Norm or whatever.
Yeah, they were
Like,
joking
oh.
like
Yeah, that was very funny. That kind of confused me. This whole first part, it was very funny, but it felt very Cameron, where it's like they kind of la-di-do-da-day, like the whole explanation just to get to the thrust of the action. But like apparently, Kittredge had a kid, or Quidditch, whatever the bad guy's name is.
Quidditch. He said
Yeah.
Quidditch.
He had a kid.
Quadrid.
Cartridge.
Which disturbed
Yeah.
me.
And for me, I'm like, since when? But okay, cool.
Motherfucker got down
Like no, like
for war.
it was an infant on the base. Like obviously he wouldn't care about it because he's a horrible fucking person.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then
But it-
to add to
but
the
how did-
effect, they just left it
they
because
left it.
the
Yeah.
baby can't go into cryo sleep.
By the way, hate you,
Yeah.
Spider.
You hate Spider?
Not the biggest Spider fan. Nah.
Oh.
But, I mean,
I'm gonna clip that for your Spider-Verse review. Not the biggest Spider.
not the biggest Spider fan. I mean, his acting was probably like here and there. Certain character decisions that he was making, especially at the end when he saved the guy. Him saving him made sense a little bit. I can justify it, but like certain things when he's like with the bad team, but he's not with the bad team. He kind of just hopped along for the ride with them. But then he had the nerve to say like, "Oh, I didn't expect them to do this." Like when they went to the first water village and they're looking for Jake, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "You knew that these people are bad people."
I
Yeah,
think
you
what
knew
he's
it was
trying to
bad,
get
right?
across.
But like
Come
go
on.
that far? He did burn down the
Yeah, he
whole.
did,
They burned down
I-
the entire village and shot a pet.
Yeah, he also knew that they burned down their entire forest home as well.
Yeah, but these people had nothing to do with it.
But
I-
they're the same
He's also a
corporation.
kid, dude. Kids are stupid.
He's not,
Yeah.
he's older than the rest of them. He's not like the youngest Jake.
He
He's
always
probably like what?
but he's always in the
15,
fucking
14?
forest. He ain't around fucking human.
Nah, you
fucking
ain't getting that slack from me, fam.
mindset.
You ain't getting that slack from me, fam. It's like certain
I
character
think it was a
decisions
little
are
bit
made.
like
Come on, dude.
he was trying to get across that, like, you know, obviously he never truly belonged with. I mean, he does now, but like,
Does he?
and so it was like, oh, this is like sort of like I'm not believing this is my dad, but he's sort of like telling me these things. You know what I mean? And it was like, and one and two, he didn't really have the choice. It was either you come with me or you're going to get tortured by the ring of fire, and
Which
we're
is
going to
true.
read your mind.
100%.
So it's either you show me the banshees or you were gonna see where they are in your head.
And then even after when they went out, it's like you try to fucking run. Like I got a tracker in your oxygen mask. I'll fucking wipe them now.
Yeah. I feel like I didn't see much resistance until he was able to escape.
I don't think he had a
Yeah.
chance to really.
And then,
He was it was pretty checkmate from the jump.
Yeah,
Just
he
like-
was
just-
either
just-
inside a
just
ship
like-
on. Yeah,
Yeah, just like psychologically though, like when he was walking up to the whole water village scene, for me was just I was just like, what do you do? Like he was like, I'm sorry, I didn't think this was gonna happen. I didn't know they were gonna do this. I was like, yeah, you did. But anyways,
Oh, there's a
and then him saving his father, like I get it.
I'll see how
because-
you get that, but then not the
No,
other.
I can semi justify
But
because the father just
he
saved
still
his
walks
life.
away though. He still walks away. That's what I
Sure.
thought was a good
I don't
part of
care.
the
Let him
character.
drown.
Let him drown.
Like,
Evan's the biggest Natiri stan in this case.
yes, hell
He-
fucking yes.
He
I
saved
would've
him
cut
because
his throat.
he saved him because he's a good person, because
Fuck
that's how
you.
they've raised him, and
Oh, good
he
for you.
walked
He's not
away.
them. He's basically.
No,
He
oh,
walked
wait,
away
no.
because he can.
Nah,
What?
Nah, fam. I'm not accepting that either.
Let
I'm
him
not accepting
cook.
that either.
Let him cook.
I'm not accepting that either. Jake was ready to kill his ass. He did kill his ass. And then you saved him. Jake, the father who raised you, Spider, was ready to kill him.
That's gonna be some spicy
Again.
conflict later.
It
baby.
is.
Again.
It is. You're right. You're right.
Again.
I can't wait to see it. But
He
I'm
is a
just
kid.
saying-
If that body was already not moving when he was swimming by, but that shit was like in the act of
pumping.
drowning. Like that's got to be
Yeah.
traumatizing. Like
That's true. You're right.
that's the
giving
only
Spider
reason.
I'm giving Spider some hate, but what Nathan said is exactly right. I'm watching the ending of this movie and the scene of him walking away saying, "Come on, son." I'm like, he's actually calling him son this time now.
Spider.
Yeah, and that's where I'm like,
He said
unlike
that
Moff,
in that southern accent.
unlike Moff Gideon, I think there was some actual psychological mind games here where it's kind of
100%.
fucked up.
This is some great villain work, and I'm
Yes.
glad. I knew he wasn't gonna die. I kind of knew he wasn't gonna die.
I was
like,
rooting for his death, but you know.
I'm rooting for his death, but I'm like
Yeah.
thinking there's 3 more movies after this. I'm like, how long will they keep him alive? There has to be somebody bigger, by the way. But that's for another movie to decide. But
Yourself?
AWOL's evil?
No. But our answers.
They just go iRobot.
Your answers about Kiri will be answered in movie 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to get off the bat
Sure.
how insane this world building is now. That it's
It's
now
great.
confirmed that humans just want to take over this planet. Like they're just straight up moving here from a climate change ravaged Earth, assumably that we just destroyed our planet. By the way,
Pissed.
in an interview, James has confirmed without very much detail. He's like, I can't tell you anything, but you're going to see Earth by movie 5 of what Earth looks like,
2027,
Which is just-
baby.
which is just insane to me.
Whoa.
26.
But the
Yeah.
what my point was is the way this movie ups its stakes, I think, is fascinating. Obviously, we get the whole family dynamic. We see like Jake, like obviously way more careful, but also like I love the dynamic of like he like is just always in soldier mode. Like he's always like in
He is very.
And so, like, when
military
he's, like,
guy,
hit-
for sure.
yeah, and like when his kids are calling him sir, and like and the relationship between him and the second son, Loak, I think is the second son's name.
Loak and
I thought
Noah
was Yeah, Noah-Took's the oldest one.
The goat.
But the younger one, I thought that was so beautiful how like they beefed the whole movie, and then he finally like saw him for who he was, and he repeats the line that obviously it's from the first movie, the I see you thing, which is at the emotional climax of the first one as well. So I thought that was like beautiful between the father-son relationship. So there's just so much.
Let me just say, one of the best scenes of the year, not just of this movie, but one of the best scenes of the year. I will say it. I mean, this movie rocked. By the end of this movie, I'm like, am I nearly here now? But I love it when I love it. What? Am I wearing blue? No. But I like it when at the end of this movie, whenever you do a flash cut, I don't know what it's called, but when he's teaching his son how to swim, and you see like the older version of Noah talking to the younger version, that immediately gets me in everything, in books, movies, TV shows, comics. I'm like, I love it when they flash cut like that.
Why are you crying, Dad? Why?
Yeah, I'm like, stop it. Stop!
I'm happy to see you,
James. That was uncalled for. And then to have Neytiri walk around the corner and see this
and like, witness that moment.
Fuck, like, that got me. That was beautiful. That's like the best scene in the movie for me.
And the funeral scene, and like the spiritual thing that he went down into, and like that coral, like that glowing. Oh my god, that shit was beautiful.
And what was that fucking great line with the that tribe was just like, he's buried with our ancestors. You have a home here.
You have a home, yeah.
Oh, because he was trying to leave, just like, I'm sorry. It's like, no, you're with us. It's beautiful. Oh, can we? I want to go back to the beginning of the film. Talk about the return of the humans and how fucking.
Oh my god, the spaceships coming down.
Because they're coming like because we watched like the opening of the first one. It's like they're coming so like, oh, look at it, and then here they're just like fucking.
Yeah, no,
that's
like
a good,
fuck you guys.
Discrepancy, but it's new difference. Like in the first movie, we're in a sense of awe and wonder, like, oh, the humans,
and we get it from the perspective of the Na'vi this time instead of the humans, and they're like, oh, a new star is in the sky, like that can only mean one thing, and I'm like, holy shit.
And their burn up of the atmosphere sets fire to the forest, and all the wild you see just like left engulfed, and
like everything that we've come to love from the first movie just gets ravaged and gone. It's like, it's so heartbreaking.
Yeah,
and man, Neytiri's
it's no longer just military base and the one home tree. It's like this. We're going for the whole planet now.
Yeah, Neytiri is just, it's heartbreaking to witness.
So many turns in this movie. She's just like suffering and just like all these different angles. But I was even like, I was watching interviews today, and one of the questions Zoe was asked is just like, what's the best word to describe Neytiri in this film? And it's loyalty. She's suffering for sure, but loyalty. Just like she really does like stick by Jake and his choices, even though some things can. I mean, Jake's always like has like the right mindset, and ultimately there's some hijinks with the kids that throws it out of whack. But also I love the like initial scene after the humans do arrive, and after the sequence, which I think we need to talk about when they re-meet with Stephen Lang's character. When they up and leave, like Jake gives up like his mantle of the ruler of the people, and he's only focused on saving his kids and like getting them out of here. It's a beautiful moment.
Yeah, and gosh, flash forward all the way to the ending shot, mirroring the ending shot of the first movie, but this time he realizes there's no more running. There's no like we're
having said that,
fight.
Are we sticking with the Water Clan all throughout the third movie?
No,
I would love that, but like, how many more clans are on this gigantic Pandora?
The Fire Clan, let's go.
I want a Fire Clan. There's no Sky Clan because they're already in the forest. I guess they are this airbender.
I bet there's a Sky Clan.
But
exclusive. Like what if they are like Na'vi with like kind of like wing-esque?
Like we haven't seen like any mountainous terrain, like too many like mountains or fire.
Well, the base is in the mountains.
Yeah,
their base
also in the
here.
forest.
It'd be interesting because it's also interesting seeing like the different like anatomy of the Na'vi, because like the aquatic Na'vi, they have like developed like fin arms.
That was so cool.
Longer tails for specific like actual swim. They even like call them out like, look at this. Do you call this a tail? Like you'll never make it through the water. And the whole montage of like training to be a part of the clan is.
And gosh, let's just the whole. Obviously, Avatar and its very overt critiques on things. The whale thing was just devastating, man. That whole whale hunt sequence.
Oh God!
the thing is literally going into its arms, and like then it's getting separated from the kid, and then like when the mom of the water tribe gets there, and that's her spirit sister whale.
And I
she's,
think
like,
they
going-
confirmed. I think they confirmed too. They killed the young whale as well.
They did. He was there, completely dead.
And then like they drained the substance out of it. And
and
but
they're
only
like,
like a
"That's
little
it."
bit, and that's it. All that.
Just seeing like the rolled up eyes of the whale
Yeah.
just lying there dead was horrifying. I'm like, oh, don't.
And
show me
again,
that.
they just went. He did such a good job going in both directions of like showing how the Na'vi utilize their ecosystem, and then like how the humans just continually use machines and technology to ravage it. It was such like
it's so
it's such a
overt,
George
but so-
Lucas thing. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Yeah, where it's overt, but it's handled with such well executed
Yes.
and such care.
And I think
Yeah.
I think like a level that adds like a layer of disturbia about the whole scene that you might not even like notice just
Rihanna?
looking. It's just like looking at like when they are hunting the whale and just seeing the humans interact, just like how casual they are, just how
right,
nonchalant
sub
they
team
are.
go. Get
Yeah,
me a shot.
Fucking sonic boom in the water, and now they have to go up, otherwise they'll go down.
That was
And
a
then-
great, and that was the one of the great Spider moments is him sitting there with that marine biologist, and they're the only two on that entire ship, like staring at that monitor, like what the fuck, like everyone else is just going through the motions.
Didn't
Is that
expect
marine
Jermaine
biologist
Plant to be
dead?
in this.
Me neither. I'm like, okay, cool.
He's great. I
is he
think
dead?
I think he went under with them. Yeah.
With the,
Yeah.
yeah.
God, that whale action, like throwing up
Well,
against the rocks
his
with
arm
like the
Oh, when his arm,
Oh,
when
the
black
whole
guy's
theater
arm gets cut
gasped.
off, let's go! Like that was amazing. Like seeing, like I wanted the best death for him, and seeing his arm get cut off was just beautiful. Like, I think
How crazy is this third act too? Like the whole, just the
my
whole
God.
geography of the fight with the ship. Everything's on fire. The ship starts flipping over and is sinking, and then like
thrilling.
there's just so much going on. But it like I know where everything that was happening was so clear and like made
There's
sense.
so many
everything.
elements that are going in the final action
Yeah.
sequence that like it gets to a point where like okay we're about to pause, but like and then a new thing pops up and we gotta keep moving. And
But then we get
by
that amazing
point,
moment, like
but by
between
that point, you
between
really
Jake
feel
and the Oak, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he's telling him about the breathing techniques, and then when he says the line from the trailer, the way of water,
Real quick.
before your birth and after your death. I was like,
and that was after
the
the
son
scene
died.
that
Yeah,
he lost his brother, and like he
that was
wanted to like
heartbreaking.
make it right with his dad. He was just like, stay with him, you've done enough. And one of those moments that just stings every time when the parent does that.
Yeah.
But
I
then he
did
goes
not
back
want
in
him-
anyway, and he saves his father.
I did not like whenever a son says like I don't want to die or I don't want to go. I'm like that was just extremely painful to watch.
Which, by the way, Carson, when we were in the spoiler chat before you saw the movie, I sent a photo of your header. I was just like, when he gets to the context of this header?
oh my god, that
Does he
scene
know?
is.
fire surrounding them. Their son just died.
Natari
this is
gets
so-
up and like just goes
Because they
full.
have their daughters as well.
Yeah.
And by the way, some of those moves that she has in when she's actually fighting those people, like just like
Insane.
I think she starts like shaking a guy with the arrow in him, like to
Yeah.
get the air because she's out of ammo,
Takes
and it's
the
just like,
arrow out.
and then it's
Yeah.
cut to like Cortridge like, "Ugh," and then like the whole reoccurring thing of him seeing her arrows and just getting pissed because of that whole. Oh my god, crushes his own skull. We called it. Goes to the same exact place, watches his own death, and then moves on from there.
He really
And
gets the Hamlet.
Nathan wanted to talk about that first act scene when when they had to come rescue them from that site, and then also the train heist is just so fucking cool.
It's really good.
Those two scenes were amazing.
I love that Neytiri calls him a demon because he's back from
Yeah.
the dead. It's good.
Yeah.
Good-
I mean, yeah,
good.
the whole rescue scene where they're at the site at the end of the first movie and it's raining, it's pouring down, hidden behind that whole set, which is beautiful because like I love rain effects.
Yeah.
And just seeing her hide behind like the bushes, somebody's getting a close up shot, and then it's all out chaos, and it was incredible.
Yeah, every fucking detail, man. Like literally, so much is happening, and like yet like I can't wait to rewatch it because it's just like there's so much happening.
There's
and
so much
it's
happening, but it's all
meticulous.
it all makes sense. Like that was the big criticism for Michael Bay, where it's like so much is happening, but I have no idea what's going on. Like,
but it's so well thought out visually how the composition's gonna work.
It's like, again, going back to the third act, it's so well done because I love third acts, or I love action sequences that evolve, and this one just kept evolving with the whole ship sequence, with the whole Jake's army is here. Their army is here. It felt very much season 6 of Game of Thrones. It kind of really was, where it's like with Jake Sully being the Jon Snow, like leading the head, getting ready to possibly sacrifice himself, and then just charging anyways. And then what I love it in this movie is that the whole day to night sequence, like cutting to the eclipse every time, was just stunning.
That was so well, and it made me
gorgeous.
It made me, just because it was a ship battle and Wakanda Forever, it was just like it made me wish. I wish the Wakanda Forever. I like looking back. I'm like, damn. Like I wish there was a little better cut and flow between the one-on-one and the back to the ship and all that stuff. Because watching this, it's just so perfect, and I'm like, but.
What hammers at home is, again, like the best part about this movie is the whole emotional family dynamic. Like, this whole third act just started because they just captured their children once again, and we have to go rescue them again. Yeah. But it's not.
And by the way, no, because people are like, oh, like the second act is boring. I disagree, because we needed all that of their day to day and like seeing them interact as a family to like make that payoff work.
The whale and the family are the central figures in the third act, where it's like they're doing this. One of the bigger traps is to hit the whale, but setting the trap on the whales wouldn't hit as hard if we don't get the backstory for said whale and for Lowak's connection to that whale. So like all of that was super important to evolve, and I love it.
I have to say, just like how impressive it is that like I genuinely cared so much about all 4 of Sully's children. They're just
they're all distinct in their own way.
Even like the youngest, who you can always run the risk of being like annoying, because they're annoying just like each other.
She would just had like that pure innocence for life, like, and that's why. That
she is.
You know what I mean?
So great. And so whenever she's like in those instances of peril, or like when it's like she can fucking drown Neytiri, probably not, but just them being in that moment and how they're emotionally reacting, you're just like, fuck, we have to save them, please.
Yeah, and she also got some comedy too. She's like, I can't believe I'm tied up again. The whole theater laughed.
That's a great moment. I can't wait for her to have more to do, because she didn't have a ton to do. She didn't really have an arc in this movie. But
and I think that's going to be the beauty of this franchise, is that we're going to see them grow up.
Yeah.
Watching that's the thing. I was watching interviews earlier today, and they were breaking down stuff said by both James and Sam Worthington was saying they went ahead and shot important stuff ahead quite a bit for stuff
for those
3
younger
and 4 because like he says there's like time for them to age about 6 years by like the end of 4 and 5, but he needs them now to like have that reference for them and also get their performances at this age now. He's thinking so far ahead, and I'm glad, because they're so great.
And who would have thought? Like, you announced like 5 Avatar movies, and I'm like, are you kidding me? I didn't really like the first one, but now I'm so excited to see at least 2, 3, and 4. Like, I don't know if we need a 5th one, but I'm excited for 3 and 4.
Which was also an interesting thing watching these interviews. Was like they didn't even think about making an Avatar sequel till like 2012. Before they ultimately started going. And,
I'm sure
James
he always
was just like, I can do
on it,
so much more with this.
Yeah.
Zoe was saying in like the reunion about how especially James was very excited to do this one because he's such like a preservationist, especially for the ocean, loves the ocean. So like this movie is a big shining thing for that.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have like what's that? He has like a whole documentary, right, where he goes down in the ocean. I can't remember.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
A number of them, I think. Not just The Abyss.
Ed Harris is The Abyss.
The wildest thing that I think, I forget, maybe Alden pointed out to me, or somebody on Twitter did, but like they were doing a documentary about going down to the real life Titanic in a dive, and how they were like with Bill Paxton, and they're having like lunch on the surface of the Titanic, and it was great. And then they got up to the surface, and fucking it's 9/11.
It was 9/11, which is insane.
imagine like coming up to the server anyway. Not relevant to this.
No, it's
Yeah.
literally a crazy story.
It is.
But I'm so
Yeah.
excited for just I'm so
The
locked
potential.
into the future of the potential of all of this because it's going to go into a full scale planet versus planet rebellion.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's gonna be a war. Like it's going to be like
Yeah.
Avatar
I
Wars.
imagine it's ultimately going to culminate in all the different tribes across all of Pandora.
100%. Yeah.
We're gonna get some Return of the King action on this.
Is there a proper name for the planet that isn't just Pandora?
Pandorai?
Don't
Okay.
patronize me, boy.
No,
Pandora.
isn't it?
I mean, the humans call it Pandora.
That's a good name.
Untapped potential.
Pandora.
Pandora's box.
They make good soup.
Did you know unobtainium is like a real term used in our world
Oh
for
no.
like
That's
for like
hilarious.
obtaining valuable things?
But yeah, I just become so invested in this family and this world. I want to go back to what Carson was saying about the second act. What I love about the second act is that in the first one, people were wowed by just entering Pandora itself. Like we were, as an audience member and as Jake, as in sense, we're so wowed by like the different cultures of like the tree people and the sky people, whatever you want to call them, the people living in the forest. But as an audience, we get to have that experience again in the second movie with the whole Sea Clan. That's why I like the whole introduction to the Sea Clan, because we're getting used to this. We're getting introduced to this whole new world, new animals, new creatures, new designs for the first time, and it's just completely stunning.
And it challenges everybody because it's like they don't know anything. Like they are completely taken out of their element, which is obviously a perfect sequel trope to cash in on.
Exactly. Which I think is going to be smart for the sequels. I think James is always talking about like, okay, now we set this up. Now it's going to be more action moving forward. But I'm excited to see more different clans. Like I'm excited to see more clans. I'm excited to see even more from the Sea Clan. We only saw this one area from the Sea Clan, but we saw the humans ravage that one other area of the Sea Clan. Like there's a lot of different areas of the Sea Clan that we just haven't seen before.
I mean, even like the one location that they geo-locked the soldiers. They're like, that's hundreds of islands.
Exactly. There's hundreds of islands that we just haven't explored yet.
And we only really saw like 2 or 3 that they ravaged. So you can only imagine like how much more devastation they lasted before they were like, it's not working.
Exactly. So I'm excited to see more from the other parts of the Sea Clan, just more world building as well. I like Jake taking a stand here. In general, I haven't mentioned it, but like I just like Jake more in this movie. He is such a great character in this movie. The first one, he's slapping plants. He has no idea what he's doing. He comes off
like a baby.
Goofy. He's like a baby because he hasn't had his legs. And if you watched our commentary, please watch it, like and subscribe. If you watched our commentary, I was kind of criticizing it because he feels so different. And granted, I do like his avatar self more than his normal, boring human self. But
I guess and that is the point, really. Just like this dumb jarhead going, which was also a great line in the beginning of this movie. It was just like he was saying a thing about like finding like the best thing in life with like starting a family. And he's like, how did jarhead like me crack the code?
But him having this family dynamic really centered him, really made him out of the heart. And even though he's kind of like a hard ass to them, he kind of had to be as a general leading this army.
And he also does feel so much like a parent with kids, just like, don't fucking embarrass us here.
Yeah, that was so great.
I was just a great thing after like the kids got in the fight. He berates them, and then after Neytiri leaves, he's like, "How'd the other guys look? Worse?
Yeah,
good,
good, like great. Like
get out of here."
Small moments like that really made me endear to Jake so much more. And I love their connection, Jake and Neytiri's connection in this movie, because they suffer so much, whether it's losing their old homeland, the guilt they fear or feel as they have to leave their clan again. And then like when their family is constantly in danger, I just felt bad for them at every turn because fragile is not the word, but they were just so like I felt so scared for each of their children whenever they were away, and I felt even worse for the parents to have to possibly lose a child. I didn't want any of them to die. Like
I didn't think any of them would die.
Whenever they got captured, I'm like, it's interesting because I don't know what's going to happen next. Usually in Star Wars, when somebody gets captured, they're probably not going to die. Like Like when Rey gets captured, you don't fear for Rey because Rey's going to survive in Force Awakens, stuff like that. But in this movie, I'm like, when the children get captured in the rain, I'm like, anybody can go here. I'm so scared. And to think that we actually do lose Noah Talk in the last act there, that was just completely heartbreaking because we built up the connection between Noah Talk and his father, Jake, and between him and his brother so much. I'm like, I love these two brothers so much. I mean, I have a brother myself, and I'm just, the feeling of losing an older brother is just completely heartbreaking. I can't even imagine. Yeah. Which makes me like the younger brother, Loak, a bit more. You kind of had that. You could have gone very cliche and very bad with Loak, the younger brother, because there's tons of younger brother cliches where he's like, I don't care, I'm going to disobey my father's rules. Let's go to the train heist. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, he's doing dumb things, which annoyed me in the moment. But then I have to look back like, okay, they're children. I couldn't understand. Like, it's weird because like annoying children can really grate me in movies, but they really managed to have a way where Loak, whatever his name is, the younger brother, really became endearing, especially with his connection to the whale. Because I think I tend to think if they didn't have him connecting to the whale, I wouldn't like this character nearly as much as like the younger brother disobeying orders constantly, getting into fights.
Well,
but
I think
his
they also
connection to the whale was so smart.
Oh, it's beautiful. And I think there's also like a great element implemented with the use of the vocal comms that they have, direct line to their parents, because there's so many times we had like tropes where like kids get into trouble and it's like, this is obviously a bad situation, let's go deeper and make it worse.
Yeah,
but
I'm like, come on, what are you doing? Yeah,
it's like fucking Simba in the elephant graveyard or something. But like here he's like, all right, I admit like this is fucking bad. Dad, yes, I'm sorry. Please help. And he just, all right, just stay where you are. Try to back out. Just we trained, just we're on our way. And he's not like in a moment of just like, hey, you're in so much trouble. It's just like, I have to save my family.
Exactly. And your heart's beating because I'm like, I don't want anybody to die here. Even though this kid's annoying, I understand what he's doing. I understand that he's trying to save the whale. Yeah. I understand that he's trying to connect with the other people despite doing some weird actions. By the way, which one was Kate? Kate Winslet was the mother of the Sea Clan.
Mother of the Sea, yeah, she's the pregnant one. To the
got it.
Tribe head.
I'm excited to see more from her because I thought we'd get a bit more from Kate Winslet. We didn't get a lot. Even in the third act, her children's in danger. We didn't get too much from her.
Well, we got the scene of her with the whale dying, which I thought.
Yeah,
was
the
great.
whale dying.
Yeah.
But even in the action sequence, we didn't get much from her. But hopefully, we get to see more. And her daughter has that connection now. Romantic connection with
yeah, I mean, I want to ask you about the
brother.
Romantic aspect. How you feeling?
Not great. I mean, like there wasn't a lot of romance in here. It wasn't.
They're still like young though. They're not. They're like tweens.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. I mean, I thought we get more romance between Neytiri and Jake, but it was more so of like a husband and wife romance.
They got the date night.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the date night, which is funny.
But the kids, it was fun because like I like
seeing it grow.
I love the moment when like they get there and just like, you got to work on your breathing. You're breathing really fast.
Yeah, that was funny.
Flustered.
That was
so
great.
good.
But yeah, it's more of a burgeoning romance. Like it's starting to grow. I can see it going even farther.
Yeah.
In 3.
Well, and I hate when movies like do it too fast too. So like I like that this was. Yeah, and they got the scene on the beach, which was amazing, where she's like, when he's telling her, it's from the trailer, when I'm an outcast, all they see is an outcast.
It was after he tried to advocate for the whale, but no one's believing him, especially not his dad.
I mean, just the whole outcast symbolism, second son symbolism was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to head out though. I have to call it here.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll talk more about this movie. It is. But yeah, it demands a rewatch. I think I'm so excited to rewatch it.
I mean, besides Babylon, that's like the only other movie I'll see this year in theaters, or Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
And The Whale. Never mind then. Anyways, there's a lot more movies I'll see in theaters this year. But Avatar, I was just in general surprised how much I liked it. The family connection. I said this about Fabelmans when I saw it, but like I was surprised how much I ended up liking this family. They're chaotic, they're crazy, but they feel I don't want to say human. They feel realized. They feel very real. The dynamic is so lived in. Yeah, it feels so endearing and heartwarming and tragic. Like I liked following their journey each and every way. It felt so real. I loved it.
Absolutely. Well, if you have to head out, where can they find you?
Find me on Twitter at HarrisEV9. Still being upset about Survivor. but tweeting about anime, TV, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Peace.
But I love this movie, and it's kind of hard for me to realize everything right now because I literally just watched it, so I need to let it simmer.
Dude, I felt the worst feeling because I started getting drowsy amidst the final battle. I'm like, no, I need it.
Yeah.
Stay away.
Well, yeah, you've been busy doing moving stuff.
Yeah. But goddamn it, I needed to catch it on the best IMAX I've been to outside of California.
Yeah.
And it
By the way,
phenomenal.
Pandora is technically a moon. It's a moon from the it is the fifth moon of the gas giant. Polyphemus is the planet, which orbits the star Alpha Centauri A.
Right.
The name of both the moon and its mother planet are coined by the humans in reference to the figures in Greek mythology.
Right. That's cool.
But yeah, I wonder what. So then it's like, what do the Na'vi call the planet? Well, they're just like, what do they call the planet? I don't
They
know.
don't really look beyond. Maybe they're
I
just
know,
like
which
a
is just crazy.
mind. Which is such an interesting perspective. I did want to ask your opinion on the high frame rate. I assume you had it in IMAX.
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was really well done. Like, obviously, at first I was like catching like, oh, cut, but it works really well with the action and specific like environments, like in certain times in the rain or with the fire and different like I could tell what he was going for, like in terms of like the foreground or like the moving subjects and then like the different things that were happening. I thought it was really cool.
I think similar to the first one, though I think this one took a little bit longer for me to get used to, because a lot of the time when the action sequences did, and I didn't really like take much notice of them swapping between the frame rates out. I was just, I think I just clicked back to like what I'm used to. Whenever there was like close up of the family, I just knew every action scene was sped up. I think I first noticed it when they're on their date night flying around.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, it feels like we're fast forwarding. It's moving really fast. And then when they have like the action sequences going and sometimes talking, I'm like, this feels like a video game cutscene at a high frame rate, not in terms of quality, just in terms of the frame rate.
The frame rate.
But I think it still works. I think it's very fascinating, immersive. I think it just, my brain isn't like able to register as fast, like, or it feels like it's moving too fast, even though they're moving at one steady pace.
Yeah.
Oh, it's interesting. We grew up on 24 frames. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
But I did get used to it.
Trying to change,
Yeah, and with a runtime of 3 hours and 15 minutes, you get used to it for sure.
100%.
And I think it's especially useful when you're in like the water. It's just so it truly is immersive.
I think that was the whole point of doing it, is because of the water stuff. I thought the score was really well done. We don't have James Horner is no longer with us, but the guy that stepped in, I thought, did a phenomenal job. And I think the different cues where he brought back like the original stuff from the first movie was awesome.
I definitely have like been noticing cues coming back a lot more, which I think is just a testament to the OG soundtrack.
Yeah,
but also the new one is so beautiful. Especially
I think it's the same cue for when the tree falls over in the first one when they're invading.
Yeah, I heard like the
Will dies. Yeah, that whole thing. That's the motif that comes back, which I think is awesome.
And in the original stuff, especially in terms of the water, it's great. I love this vision scene that Kiri has of Grace when connects to Awa in the ocean.
Yeah, there's a lot of just weird spiritual stuff in this movie, which I really dug.
She's like an interesting anomaly where she really hardly ever has to come up for breath.
Yeah. No, and she's the most spiritually connected, and like, yeah, it's just like she's definitely gonna become like the religious figure of the group, probably.
Yeah, I believe she'll be like a big key to the.
Yeah,
the conclusion, especially if the final one is like the
of
search
getting
for
the
Awa.
whole planet to bond together, essentially, and the whole ecosystem. She'll sort of be the
Yeah.
bridge.
The Chosen.
Because I think one of the movies is literally called
Search
Eye
for
of
Awa.
Iwa or something, or Awa.
I think it's Search for Awa. I think it's the 5th one, which can be just in the instance that brings everybody together for sure. Because literally, like, it doesn't matter which tribe you go to, like, it's all like it is Awa. And it's kind of has like a definitive evidence of their religion in a sense. Like, even though Grace was viewing it from a more scientific aspect, like, you can tell there is a bit more spirituality here, even to the point when Grace was connected in the first one, she saw Awa.
Yeah, I really just love this as like, it's an escape, but also there's so much going on where I'm like thinking about like, man, like I was just thinking, talking to Kelly on the way home of like I get like freaked out when like the power goes out, and I'm like, we're so like dependent on like several different things, and I'm like, we've lost so much touch with just, and even if we wanted to have touch with the world, there's not much of our ecosystem left. Like, it's just crazy to think about. Of all that angles. And then also with the spirituality stuff, it's like, we're so, it's like, to me it feels like, because they're so conscious of their surroundings and like they have like the mentality and the depth to like actually like reflect and dive into their spirituality, whereas like us on Earth, we're just like so busy with, obviously, with capitalism and trying to make money and survive, that like we don't really have like the proper like mindset or like space to even have that mindset to like deal with that stuff, I feel like, a lot of times. And so I just think like it's just such an interesting like contrast, and I'm just so glad it's happening in a movie as big as this.
There's many themes to be tackled, whether it is about the environment or about family ties,
and they're all very distilled down. Like, you can get like, oh, like, family, like, well, like, you can get the bullet points, but
they're so lived in long enough that it really like imprints on you.
And obviously, and that's what I've loved about the last couple of years of the epic sci-fi blockbusters we got. Even like Dune and this movie have a lot of the same themes, but they're just done so differently. And their worlds are built out in such different respective ways that
I was just watching a director on director with James and Denise.
I have that on my watch list. I need to watch that.
I was watching it, and then James was like, "Oh, we're still about still rendering stuff for 2, and we barely begun 3." And I'm like, "That's not what I heard lately." And I saw it was uploaded a year ago. I was like, "Man, we've come so far."
God.
Now he has 9 hours of 3.
Yeah. And I'm just so happy that we're gonna get these every 2 years now.
I'm relieved because I'm like, I walked out like I needed more.
I know, and I was watching that interview, or one interview, where he was like, that was the goal of this long development process, was to not have the people to wait as long to tell this in a spaced out, but like,
because even if you paced it out and if we got it sooner, we would probably be like 6 years apart on all of them, at least. A big thing I did want to just contend is just like that, and maybe it's not saying much, and like all films should have this, but I really was captivated so much by each character to the point that whenever we cut away to a new one, I was never like let down or disappointed. Like, no, stay.
Yeah.
I always was like locked in on like any.
Yeah, no, it dynamic. Felt, not to use the term tapestry, but it did feel like just by the second act, like I was so invested in everybody as it rolled along that I'm like, yes, that storyline, yes, go to that.
Maybe the Whalers may have been like the weakest viewpoint, but like where it leads and like how it makes you feel.
How it pays off.
It all works in tandem.
And man, just him survive, the villain surviving at the end, it's going to be very interesting how that dynamic continues to fuck things up.
Because on one hand, I can see how Neytiri's already not about Spider. There's a number of things, whether he let him get captured or he threatens his life, and Jake still welcomed him at the end with open arms, hugging him close, but they come to find out he's still alive. This man who kidnapped all of his children, took one of them from him, may end up ostracizing Spider from the group on both parents' accounts. and probably the siblings as well. I think Kiri may still have things for Spider because they kind of have a
And
thing.
by the way, it's going to have some parallels with Jake's original situation, which I think is going to be interesting.
I can also see this like the dynamic if like the family like ostracizes Spider, that could drive him back into his father's arms even more.
Oh, totally. Like, and then have, you know, some sort of redemption from that, I'm sure.
For sure. I could see him being a part of the fight for the you know, between the clans and the people, but then like toward the end making the right choice. The Raylo, if you will, with Kiri and Spider.
Yeah, like literally enemies to lovers, even though they were
friends to lovers to enemies to lovers.
Yeah, whatever the arc is gonna be.
The chain.
The beads.
Yeah. The beads.
But yeah, it's just, man, I just want to go back to the world. Like, it's just so stunning.
It is. Dude, I can't tell you how happy this made me, because I noticed like audience attendance at my classic theater here has dipped quite a bit in the last number of years, but I was like checking Avatar and I was like, I don't know, and I opened the IMAX and it's flooded. It's doing
it's been
wonderful.
It was really busy when I was there.
And I'm like, I love to see it.
Yeah, no, people are generally pumped about it, and got like an A cinema score, or A+ cinema score, which is huge.
People are starting to believe.
I know.
What was the trailer that said that? People starting to rise up. Fucking Andor.
Yeah.
They're coming with their tickets, match cuts.
But I am so excited to own both the original movie and this movie on 4K. Because we were rewatching the first one on Disney Plus yesterday, and it's still gorgeous. I just really want to see the remaster that I saw in September on home media.
I was looking for that that reshot Giovanni Ribisi scene when he was leaving. Like, it's not over, because I was like, it wasn't in the Disney Plus version, and it's not in this movie. So I was like, where can I find it?
Yeah. No,
at least they probably do like a 2-movie ultimate cut or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Give me imagine somebody makes a supercut of all 5 of these movies, and it's like the 18-hour epic James Cameron's Avatar.
God, that's gonna be insane.
And I'll watch.
Yeah, but just on a pure filmmaking and technological, and like, again, I think it just pushed the boundaries. Like, there's so many scenes where I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, that damn hand shot where he like ties his hand to the thing when he's first learning to ride, and I'm like,
I remember that in the trailer. It was like big thing. We were just like, look at that VFX, and then in the movie, it's just like overzealous motherfucker seamless. Had to ride the big one. Fucking what a dad.
Yeah, what a total dad movement.
What a dad. What a picture.
Oh man, I'll the Sully family.
They're such a wonderful family. Let's talk about that post-credit scene.
That shit hurted. Post-credit scene? What do you mean? There was post-credit scene?
No, not at all.
Okay, thank God.
I waited, but no. I was like, I don't think he would. Although he teased Way of Water on the re-release.
But I'm sure Disney teased Way of Water on the way.
Yeah, but no, it's all cool.
Yeah, I watched the re-release scene was when he first whale saves him, he wakes up, and then it's like that first.
Yeah, and then seeing it again here, it was just like, ooh, fun. New friend unlocked. And then like,
I don't know, give me a Lego Avatar game, please. Like, that'd be so fucking fun.
Lego Avatar, man. Give me a normal Avatar game.
Give me anything. Like, dude, I used to have like this iPod game. It was like a Ubisoft fucking thing of the first game, or for the first movie, and I used to play it all the time. It was so fun.
Oh hell yeah! We didn't even talk about like the scene where he has to go inside his whale friend's mouth to connect to see.
Holy shit! Yeah, that was amazing. Whoa. Just like every detail of just how things are connected, like the different limbs of different creatures, like how everybody interacts with the creature, like just all thought, like the lighting of like inside the whale with the fucking like luminescent, like looked like a puzzle, and then like, you know, that thing came out, and I'm like, damn, this is just
everyone watching from the distance, they don't trust this outcast whale, and they're like, oh, did he ate him? I just wait.
Yeah, well, come on, he's bonding.
Yeah.
No, because at first I thought those two rope things on the whale, like kind of whiskers, were the like connector thing, but no.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
Because Kelly's like, oh, like they don't have the bonding things. I'm like, well, maybe they do.
Well, it's possible that like that is for if you wanted to like connect to ride it, but and effectively take over. But I think that one inside was like the true connect. It's probably just exclusive
core memory unlocked, literally.
Right. Inside Out 2019. Wait, 17. What year was Inside Out? 2017. I don't know. 19. Anyway, 16.
15 even.
15.
I think it was 15.
All
That's
right. But what was
2015.
Okay.
And Inside Out 2 will be 2024.
Let's go.
It'll almost be an equal weight between Inside Out 1 and 2 than there was for Avatar.
Damn. Well, I expect it from Pixar. And Cameron now. Oh, there's another bit I wanted to discuss. What was just thinking about the whale and connecting.
Yeah, I'm trying to think too. What?
I don't know about Evan. I like the romance seeds planted.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought they were a great duo, and I like that she told the whale, "I met a guy."
Yeah, it was lovely, and that just sealed my reassurance.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing.
Dude, the fucking air bubble under the plant, so cool. And then we get like the jump scare of like who's coming up, and then
oh, that's what I'm talking about. I want to talk about like the shark creature before the whale saves him.
Dude, that was
what a sequence.
God, it just kept gnawing on the reef.
Because I don't even think I saw like the third trailer where it was debuted.
No, I didn't see it either.
And how its jaws unhinge all like triangular.
Yeah.
Oof, man.
You just
scary.
Never know what creatures. Oh, dude, the fucking Cortridge's joke when he's given the brief for the first time with everybody in the room.
Oh yeah.
Why so blue?
We gotta eat Navi, speak Navi, think Navi. Like, motherfucker, just become one. Get appreciative. Shit. What do you do after the mission?
The difference between Jake's mounting of the Banshee versus like, I love that whole thing.
Oh yeah, it wasn't just like oh wow, look at this. He was like, I fucking did it.
Yeah, and it's like not sacred. Every time, if you rewatch, you'll notice every time he gets off, they just like slash their little connection thing. Like they're annoyed by it. Like it's very like it's very different than how like
it's pretty abusive to the wildlife,
to the animals.
It's very like the equivalent of having a whip on the horse.
Yeah,
as it were. But yeah, so many other sequences. I like how Spire's taunting them like. Fucking, you know, Jake Sully did it the normal way, and he's like, "Oh, he did it the hard way."
Well, let me.
Well, now I have to match his dick. Fuck. Here we go.
God.
Nate, I remember Nate Terry had a great line when they first rematch against him. She's just like, "I'll kill you as many times as I have to, demon."
Yeah.
There's just so many little bits.
Yeah, and it's all kind of blending together for me, but I can't wait to. I'll probably go back and see it in IMAX again for sure.
I think I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna hopefully go with my family over Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Get them to see it. Yeah, I can't wait to. But I also just want to catch it on as many IMAX screens as possible, just because that.
Yeah.
Or even I'll probably go maybe Dolby next.
There's a Dolby 3D version right now.
So yeah, that could be good too. But yeah, the IMAX was gorgeous.
Oh yeah, I can't even imagine like not catching the.
Yeah, like the 2D, it just wouldn't have been the same.
You know, because I don't think they have the frame rate either there.
Yeah, like I was talking to Kelly, and it was just like so immersed. Like we just forgot we were watching 3D. Like that's how.
Yeah.
That's how. Because normally it's like, oh, like. You know, last time we watched a 3D movie was like Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and it's just like a shitty transfer of the cut, you know, and there's like some elements, and it's not designed for it at all.
I remember I was telling you last time when I saw Wakanda Forever, they fucked up the sync of the two different lenses for the 3D projecting.
Yeah, God.
So I was going into this scared as hell. I was like, don't fuck it up, please.
Yeah.
And then I think I was pretty calm because it seemed like the theater was taking this very seriously. It's like to the point like they had, because every time they have the IMAX 3D glasses, they reuse them.
Yeah,
and
you
they,
gotta.
like, and they're supposed to wash them, but there's always fucking like water smudges on them, and
Yep.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
But like these ones, I was like looking, I was like, let me see, and it looked brand spanking new, man.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking.
Mine had like a couple dots on them, but then I like wiped it off and it was fine.
Okay, I was just like, I was so blown. I was like, this is like this is fresh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking blow loads.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm ready, baby.
Yeah, I got the freshest IMAX glasses in the game.
And I went in, I was like, just feeling.
No, yeah, Kelly was doing that during the IMAX intro thing with the circles kind of 10.
Every time I go through
Don't
the
just
bottom
watch
of the 8.
Yeah, and Kelly's like,
You got it, at least one. Even like the lady next to me was like doing it too, and I was like,
yeah.
you ate.
Yeah. Too funny.
It made me like so shockingly with how much empathy they approach this. Not that other things don't, but like I was not as scared of this alien wildlife in the ocean. I was
Yeah.
I was saying like this feels like a nice place, you know?
Well, I was thinking of like, then I'm like, shit, like we've been sort of calibrated to fear the ocean.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
At a point, I think sometime in the climax, I was like trying to do like the thing that, I think we've all done at least once where someone's holding their breath. I'm like, let me try.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm too old. Fuck. Can't do this. Man. How did he do it? How did he do it? How did he achieve the impossible? Not only so long, but like so much anticipation, and the payoff stuck even better than the first.
I agree.
Man.
It's just true epic, and I love every second of it.
I'll be first in line for 3, 4, and 5.
Hell yeah.
Now I'm like really intrigued. Like whenever the first trailer, I mean, it was a big thing when the trailer dropped for this because we were just like, we're back, and you hear people in the audience like, Avatar 2, it's real. But now I'm just at a point where like whenever the trailer for 3 drops, I'm going to be like,
the hype of the story. Yeah.
Where are we? Carrie, are you? What's going on? Spider. Anyway. Yeah, man, that I think I might do it. Is there anything else?
Might do it. Yeah, that's sounds about right for me. And yeah, like I said, I'm hoping to see at least 2 more times. We'll see how busy I get, but it shall be great to. I don't know. Do you like the first film better or the second film? Have you even thought about it? It's like hard for me. It's like hard for me to even gauge right now.
Well, I went to the re-release of the first Avatar.
Yeah.
And that really
I did too.
I always liked it from back when I saw it, but it deepened my appreciation for it a lot more. Being an older adult who can understand
totally
story and everything. And then seeing it again with Evan the other night, I was pretty sealed with just like, this is great. But there's something about the way of water that just locked me in. It probably is just like the amount of heart with the family dynamic, but I think just like so many different aspects, whether it is the effects or even just the storytelling, it really does like dial it to 11 for me more so than the first one. And I love the first one. I get 5 stars to the first one.
Yeah.
20 stars this one.
It's so
this
good.
one, it's so good. It's so immersive, and that's why I was like saying, like when I started getting drowsy, I was like, I felt pissed at myself. I was like, no,
right.
I love it. Don't take this from me. Ow.
Clip that.
You see my passion. But,
yeah, I just love both these so much that I'll be curious to see where I land on it. But
and I don't know if I'm gonna get to be able to go out to see any other like if I go out to the theater again this year one more time, it's gonna be for this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna catch up on other things via VOD. I think Banshees is on HBO. I need to rewatch.
Yeah, that's out.
As it stands right now, this movie is my favorite of the year.
Hell yeah, dude! It would I know it's for sure in my top 5. I just don't know where yet. And
just toss it up there.
just click the random letterbox button
one time for the C culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then also I have Black Panther at number 2, so both are
Yeah.
appreciative.
See
Flicks.
appreciative Namor and
Your move, Aquaman.
come on. Next Christmas.
I want to rewatch. I have not seen Aquaman since theaters. And I had.
You
fun with
haven't? Damn, I think
No.
I've probably watched it twice since then. I don't know why. Like I mean I like it. I just like I think I watched it when it first came out on digital or whatever, and then
Well,
I
it's funny
watched
because
it on is it on HBO? Probably. Yeah.
probably
When I first got HBO Max, I think I watched it.
I own it on my Vudu, and I still didn't watch it.
Damn.
But my dad did. Well, it's funny because I know I keep every time we pose the idea of commentating a franchise, it's a big undertaking. But honestly, in terms of the DCU, now that it's coming to an end, it's not as vast as especially the MCU.
Yeah. No. Totally.
I think it's under 10 films. I think so. I think it would be a fun thing to explore. But yeah, with that being said, that is our review of Avatar: The Way of Water. I cannot wait to see what Jim cooks next. Let him cook. Always let him cook.
Yeah, and I'm
A slow cook, if you will.
God. What a fucking career this man has had.
Does he ever miss? Has he missed?
I don't know. I don't know.
If you don't count the producing credits, I guess.
How old is Jimmy Boy?
Yeah, I feel like he's gotta be 50, 60.
No, he's older.
Looks
than that.
great.
He's 68.
68, and he's still getting in there.
Oh, and George is.
I was told every bit of handheld camera in the first Avatar was Jim himself.
I wouldn't doubt it. I was trying to see if he had any cameos in this one. I thought perhaps the one person in the sub when the sub gets flooded was him, but it wasn't.
That'd be cool. Does he ever cameo?
I feel like he has. Maybe a voice cameo. I don't know.
I would put myself in everything I ever make. Because
Yeah,
I'll be I'll
exactly.
never get the chance again. They'll never let me work again.
Cameo.
I could totally see him being one of the dudes at one of the neon monitors with a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I was surprised Giovanni Ribisi only having one brief scene in this. I wonder if he'll be back at all. Oh, no, just got it. The whole scene of these are your memories. You have them. If the case you die, which I won't.
Yeah. I won't. You won't, but you're watching it, so I did.
Yeah, just in case.
Too funny. Too funny.
And it's funny that even later on, he's just I'm not that guy. And he fully acknowledges it, but he has the memories, so he has the feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to make an interesting dynamic over time. You have to think it's can he change? I know he's not probably going to and I'm fine with that as a villain.
Uh-huh.
I'm not looking for a redemption arc in his character.
Oh, muted.
But will he even change at all throughout these movies?
Right.
We saw him care for his son.
Yeah, Spider. Yeah, I would think I had a moment of thought of just maybe there could be some moment that comes where he does have a shift in perspective. Maybe that's through Spider. Maybe it is some deeper perspective. But he is the lead villain. Well, we say that, but humanity's coming with or without him. It seems.
Yeah. Also, holy shit! I was so curious what they were gonna do with the English in this movie because I'm wait, and then he's like,
oh,
might
as well just be them.
Might as well just be English. I'm I see what you did, James.
And the subtitles faded out and it phased over audio, and I was
I just saw a tweet. I just saw a tweet said release the Navi language dub of Way of Water. I thought that was so funny.
God, that would be fun. I would be intrigued. You know what I think? I think there could be a potential possibility of a road to a redemption with Kittredge if he ever links with Awa and one of the spiritual wildlife.
Man, very interesting.
I would just be intrigued to see what he sees.
What he sees, what
will he look into his past body because they're two different entities now, but also not? I don't know. Will he see maybe like the birth of Spider or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting. Like, gosh, there's so much potential with this franchise.
This world building is just they
phenomenal.
outdid themselves.
Phenomenal.
That
stuff.
you can literally go anywhere, and you have so much to draw off of.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even include the new shit he's definitely going to introduce moving forward.
Yeah, and we haven't even touched all the clan. Like they just flew like a little bit west or whatever.
Long enough that everybody was tired from the journey.
Yeah, everyone, it was like a day's journey, but like still, man, I can talk about this all day. I can do this all day. There you go. There's your
I have the time now. But I gotta make a show.
Yeah, I unfortunately have to do one more work thing tomorrow before break, but alas.
Well, either way, where can they find you?
You guys can find me watching The Way of Water and hopefully articulating some words about it sometime soon this week.
I was refreshing your letterbox, but I realized you were driving.
Yeah, I'll probably just rank it and say review coming soon for now. But yeah, doing that and tweeting about whatever else I am watching. Probably got to catch up on some more 2022 movies. Hoping to catch Fableman's Bones and all. Don't want to pay $20 for them though, but we'll see.
That's the problem, isn't it?
Isn't it?
In it, bruv.
But yeah,
Fuck.
and catch us doing something sometime. Everything.
I
Eventually.
I think.
You don't want to see our commentary list because it's scary.
I didn't expect that. I was like, oh.
Well, and it's like everything we've ever even like mentioned, which is crazy, and some
It
stuff
is.
that I just don't even remember mentioning. So
This man wrote Batman, DC/Batman. I was like, okay, well now you're getting lost in the sauce.
lost in the sauce.
The number one was Sky High, and you know what? I'm down.
I'm down.
I was like thinking something in my brain. I was like, because I remember I was pitching the idea of making the spin the wheel. So maybe we can load this up into that and make a decision after. But I think up next we're gonna do the finale of the Bad Batch, which I don't think will be till January 3rd. So for the year, I believe that's a wrap. That's lock on picture.
Go watch our previous stuff because we have plenty of stuff for you to watch.
According to my calculations of the analytics, we have 20 plus days worth of straight content from this year alone.
Yeah. So cozy up, folks.
Get
Pour
a snack,
yourself a glass
settle
of
in.
hot chocolate. Get some fire stoked, and watch some YouTube.
Get a snack, settle in, listen to our Holes commentary. It's too damn.
Oh God, yeah! If you can watch anything, please.
Please. Yeah, if a franchise is too daunting, pick a standalone. We did a number this year.
Yeah.
We did.
Or I would say our Paranormal Activity ones are really fucking fun.
They are so fun because
If you're
whenever it's one of us, or especially at least two of us who haven't
honestly,
seen
and if you haven't watched those movies, it'd be fun to watch along with at least 1 to 2 of us who hadn't seen it at the time watching those movies.
Yeah, if you're like full on, like you want to get into a creepy atmosphere and you somehow never seen these, watch them on your own. But
and then
if you're too trepidatious about diving in, and you want
would be a good keep one lamp on, keep your laptop on, and then
we are your lamp. We are the lights
exactly
at the end of the found footage.
Oh God.
And 3.
I'm not ready. I don't even want to know.
I'm not even like excited for 3 from a scare perspective. it's just the lore. There's just fucking lore, man.
Yeah, we're going back to the past.
Yeah, you had to look it up.
Nope, I knew it.
You confirmed it on Letterboxd.
No.
I confirmed your prediction.
Yeah. You're right.
Well, that'll do it. Catch me at _TimeBlazer. Gonna hopefully drop that trailer soon. I've been expanding the cast, which has been fun. Developing 3D models, which has been confusing people. Like, it's in 3D now? No, I just I just like this Hero Forge.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you enjoyed our work, like button, subscribe already, ring the bell. Catch you guys next time. Catch you guys next year, 2023, year of the movies. As Tom Cruise would say, see you at the movies at high altitude. All right.